Going live. We're live.
We're live. Oh dear.
Hello. How are we all doing? We should be audible. You guys look like you're doing like a Bollywood movie where you're doing a dance and you all merge into one person with multiple.
Eight sets of hands and one person.
I would do that as a gag, but we haven't practiced. Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome to the show, everyone. With special guest Sai, who's going to offer 30 pence.
I have turned up, and we now have silly T-shirts because that's what happens when I turn up. Basically,
we offered him 30 pence to come here.
Yeah, and Graham's opinion is obviously more important than the rest of us.
Yeah. Anyway,
his famous quote.
How are we all doing? Late or something like that. Anyway, we're right. In true us fashion, everything has gone horribly wrong moments before the show, and by moments I mean like an hour before the show. But so here's where we're up to, and here's what we're going to do today. We are going to be doing some extreme overclocking attempts with the freezer. Now the problem we've run into is the motherboard we were going to use is this MSI board I've got on the bench, which is an M Power Max, and when we were doing a test run before the stream, that looks like the motherboard was stone dead, and we were like, uh-oh.
Which is a slight surprise considering it worked perfectly fine before I brought it here.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of hoping that it does spring into life, to be honest.
So we've swapped over to a backup board. However, we did do a very quick test and we got some life out of it. So we need to do some troubleshooting on this and just figure out what we've got that works and doesn't work. In the meantime, Caradog is testing other stuff.
To see I've got the Gigabyte board.
Also, you have to shout.
Yeah, the Gigabyte board there on the freezer, just connected to all of the hardware, and basically just a case of getting this set up. So whichever board we end up going with, something's hopefully working.
Yeah.
Thanks, Sleepwalker.
So
I know I'm short, but...
My TFT says, oh, it's that guy again. Yeah, I'm here every week, you know.
Yeah. We tried getting rid of him, but he just wouldn't leave.
Right. First.
Have we got any other round?
Yes, this blue stick is a known good.
Cool, because I don't think that round is functional.
Okay, right. Yeah. I'll let you do your test there first. Then after that, I want that blue stick back so we can actually test stuff one by one in this board. Yeah. Because if we can determine that this board works, we can put it back on the freezer and then move forward from there.
If we can get that working, it'd be nice to get that RAM working as well, because it is 2133 DDR3, which is ideally what we'd like to actually use on this. With any luck.
So, firstly, I'll just do a quick run on the gear we've got. So let's go to bench cam with face. So, Sai, what is this again?
So this is a M Power Max motherboard. So it was kind of a crazy idea that MSI had around the sort of the 4th gen Intel era. So it's essentially a motherboard, but you've got 20 phases of VRM and 2 lots of 8-pin EPS connectors as well going in. So essentially you can put a hell of a lot of power through the processor. So if you want to do extreme overclocking or LN2 or anything of that sort, you've got hopefully the capability of doing it. So in theory, with the freezer, if it does decide to come into life, we should be able to push at least that CPU to whatever
as far as it's going to go. Yeah, theoretically,
get everything out of it.
Motherboard shouldn't be our limiting factor then. So the RAM, we've got half a set of it. This is 16 gigs worth of Kingston HyperX Beast, and it's 2133. And this is DDR3 we're working with. So DDR3 2133 is pretty hardcore.
I think that's CL11 at 2133, and it'll drop to CL9 or something at 1600.
Damn, son.
So it should be reasonably quick for what it is.
However, we haven't actually seen this RAM work today, so we need to test that. And then finally, CPU. We've got a 4790K, and have we got 2 of those?
So you've got the 4790K that's yours, which I think you've already delidded. You've got a 4770K, which is yours, that you've already delidded. And you've got my 4770K, which I think it might happen to be the CPU that was in a display build at my shop that might have accidentally run for an entire day without a cooler on it. So there is a possibility that if we have a go at delidding it,
Fine.
there's a possibility we might find that it's baked inside.
Yeah. So we have two. So we have two
there's
4770Ks
a
and a
chance
4790K.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Groovy. All right. So hopefully we're going to run with the 4790K then.
Yeah, that's obviously that's half a gigahertz higher or so stock, isn't it? So
yeah.
Hopefully that's a better starting point to get some speed.
JD says Si looks like he could be Graham's son, and Steve says, "Are we certain he isn't?" I'm certain he's not.
I shaved my beard off yesterday, actually, but I could.
Yeah.
I could start it.
Yeah. Right, Caradog, what have you got? Have you got nothing?
I have nothing.
Okay,
It
right.
is dead.
Okay, right. So we're going to start. Give me the HDMI. I'm going to start seeing what works in this board, and we can work backwards from there. So we're starting from a position of strength.
Yes, we have nothing that works.
Right. So
we're going to send it anyway.
Lob this in there. What CPU is this? This is.
I think that's your 4770K.
Yeah, that's been delidded at some point. So I think this is a 4770K. It doesn't really matter. We just want to confirm this motherboard works. I'm taking the HDMI, if I may.
Let's have some capture.
Okay.
Check if it was the graphics card.
One more try. One more try.
Last chance. Last chance.
You've got no RAM.
Yeah, I think it's the graphics card, so that was different.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Fine
I
enough.
think this graphics card was causing that board issues as well.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right. Which graphics card had we tried prior with?
That one.
Okay.
Righto.
I got
Okay.
the other one off of there.
So let's get
Very
systematic
well.
and figure out what we've got that works. This has already exceeded all of my expectations. Thanks, JD.
Yes. Good job.
I have power over here already. I don't even want it. Right. Okay. So let's turn this on.
Yeah, sorry, anybody who was like looking to listen to Caradog today, I've stole his mic.
Yeah.
So
It's fine.
They've just got a hug every time Caradog speaks. Okay, we have a post. Okay, right. This board lives.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So now I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to test the Kingston RAM in it to check that the Kingston RAM works.
yeah,
The other Kingston RAM.
Yes.
the other Kingston,
The non-blue RAM.
the Beast as opposed to the Fury.
Release.
Release the beast. Not on this show. That comes later.
Not until after the cider.
Anyway.
Only for anyway.
Fansley.
I'm glad to be here.
Physics.
This
Okay,
is,
right.
This is...
Okay.
You like the little power supply stand?
I do.
Is that a Max Verstappen?
I
don't know what that is.
And Max Verstappen.
I wanted that. Right. Let's wait and see what happens here. It looks like it's doing stuff.
That
Yeah.
is less dead than it was.
Oh yeah, it's certainly doing stuff. And
Yeah,
things
we're not stuck on 0-0,
Yeah.
which is where we had been for quite some
Okay,
time.
good.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
The RAM. Right. The memory works. Cool. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So now what we're going to do? Now we're going to put in the 4790K and see if the 4790K will post in this.
Yes.
And if it
Yeah.
all works, then we can rip the ILM back off and we can start mounting it up on the freezer again. And then at that point, we know that any no posts must be a mounting problem.
Yeah.
Because at that point, we know that all the gear works. Good. Right. Apologies if we're not hot on chat today, just because we're spinning a lot of plates at the moment. Hopefully, once we get going and things settle, there's going to be a lot of just watching Caradog manipulate numbers on the screen while Si and I waffle.
As opposed to watching Caradog manipulate a screwdriver in,
Whereas at the moment, we're just
in a
like,
mount.
oh God, our live show is in trouble here because all of our stuff doesn't work and we thought everything worked. So.
It's fine. It's fine. We'll mount up the 5950X instead.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Katrina. How you doing? You just toiled away for a full 8.5 hours in the shop. Oof.
Ouch.
What? Yeah. Well,
That's
enjoy.
like work. Don't do that.
Work is for fools. Caradog has stuff for that. Zing.
I had a day off from work in a computer shop to come here so I could stand in a computer shop.
Right, there is
That's
that.
all I did.
The amount of flex on that motherboard is horrifying, and I'm just like,
It's fine. We can just origami it.
This is a setup.
There you go.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. If you could support that, I'm just going to take the CPU out because that's the bit I care about. Oop, got it.
God.
This is the 4770K. Where's the 4790K?
Don't know.
Right, that's
You're
your one.
supposed
That
to
the top will
charge it
fall off if you're not gentle.
Right, so we've lost the CPU, so you know we've got that going for us. Where's the kitchen towel? Kitchen towel on the bench over there,
Yeah.
in front of the double monitors. Pass it here, please. Thank you. That was off.
Kitchen towel.
That was off screen, so we're fine.
Nobody noticed.
Oh my god.
Absolute clown
It's okay.
fiesta over here.
It's okay. We'll do that with the
One
CPU
of you
as
two
well.
hold that. Thank you.
Are you sure we're safe?
Apparently, it's a two-man
fine.
job. So
Well, yeah. If you've got two sidekicks, that's
okay.
what
This
it
has
is.
90 written on it, so this is the 90,
Yeah.
Yes, that's the de-lidded 90.
and that's the 4790K lid. Okay, right.
I mean, we could always switch the lids around just to be extra
Okay.
confusing.
That's
if we
why I
want.
wrote 90 on the substrate.
Good job. Could you pass me the crap thermal paste, just so I can put some thermal paste between the...
I can do ULX4. I'm not sure where the actual really crap stuff is. Oh, it's there.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
It's not like sci
Because we're gonna take it straight off anyway.
Oh god, it's that.
Yeah,
Compound.
I've been getting my money's worth out of this. You know?
This tube contains thermal something or other. Yeah.
It contains paste.
Toothpaste.
Some
Do
other
not-
kind of
do not
paste.
clean your teeth with unknown substances.
The mystery
Yes.
paste.
Hot dog paste. Oh, right.
Hello, Paul. How you doing? Also, hello everyone else who came in. I'm just every now and then I'm looking at the chat, and if I spot
Yeah.
a name immediately, I would be like, "Hello, that guy."
It's you! You here! You here? You came! You're here! Welcome!
Welcome,
I
one and
almost
all.
did do. I have arrived.
Welcome
That's
to
something on there for you.
Walmart.
Welcome to Walmart.
South Park joke.
We don't greet our customers. We welcome them. Yeah.
Welcome to PC World, said Sai.
No.
With a sigh.
Welcome to PC World, I guess.
PC
You're
World,
here.
more like PTSD World.
Oh, good, a customer. Yeah. No, yeah. Let's not mention curries today.
We don't talk about.
We
this.
don't talk about curries.
We don't go to Ravenholm.
We don't DSGI.
That's something. All right. Activate. What are we testing here? The CPU. Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Right.
We swapped,
the board
yeah.
is doing things. It looks like it's going to post.
That's it. Oh, there we go.
Excellent.
I was
Alright.
just about to say, and
So-
yet it hasn't. But
all the
we're
gear
good.
works. So
I've
all.
done a thing to get into an EFI shaft.
Yeah. All right. So all of our issues are a mixture of just like possibly that bad graphics card punking us and just possibly bad mounts. Good. Okay. Right. Let's get started with the exotic mounts then. So.
So we can essentially keep that as it is now, other than
Yep. Oh,
the
actually,
mount.
there's no need to pop that out. I'll just unplug stuff for now, just so I can hand it over in a controlled way, just so we're not doing any crazy stuff. I say, holding the cable cack-handed.
let's
Right.
get rid of that.
That all works.
Please continue to hold the motherboard
Yep.
whilst I place this on the back.
Okay.
Well, we've got to take that off first, don't we?
Oh yeah, because this lays on top, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna pop the GPU out, and then we can just flip the board over, and then I'm gonna start doing camera work.
No, because we've got to say bye-bye ILM.
Whoop.
Hello freezer.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm swapping places. Do what you will. I'm gonna camera control.
It's fine.
Who's doing what to who?
There you go.
Very
No, I
well.
was looking for where I put-
DILM.
Okay, right. Yep. All
I
right.
shall hover off the edge.
Very well. Okay. So right. So we know this all works. So now we're going to take the ILM off, and we're going to we'll do one more post test with the D-lid setup. Well, no. Let's go. Yeah, one more post test with the D-lid setup before we put it under the freezer, just so we know that that is working.
Yeah, I have a feeling mount pressure is going to be quite crucial on this.
Yeah.
Because if this doesn't fire up again, it's just going to be that we're not pushing down hard enough on it, I think.
Let's see.
Come here. Thank Can you clean that up, please?
Yes.
Good. Right, have you got space to work over there? Cool. All right. Wider shots. Oh yeah, Paul, I saw your cat video as well. It was adorable. I hope posting cats has gotten you many views on your computer channel.
How have I missed that? I need to see the cat video. That's
Are you not
important.
subscribed to Paul Daniels?
I am.
You're not subscribed to The Magician, right?
No.
I'm sure that's a joke that never gets old for Paul, but yeah. You looked at me with a strange look there. You're aware that there is a magician named Paul Daniels, right? Or are you that young?
I mean, it's also the other way that you really annoy Paul is by calling him Daniel.
Yeah.
Hi,
hello, Daniel Paul.
Paul, I like you. Anyway, go and subscribe to Paul Daniels. He's better at fixing Macs than I am. Like, seriously. Anyway.
I was concerned he was going to say he's better at fixing anything than I am there, but he's better at fixing anything than I am.
What do you... Just that patch, yeah.
It's just a bit...
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine.
It's a bit sad.
Excuse me?
I've seen the state of your shop.
You fucking
I know you have. You have been in my shop.
Spent 3 hours cleaning your shop.
Yeah. And it's still filthy.
Alright.
There's a lot of paste everywhere on this, but...
Okay, like, it doesn't need to be pristine, because we're about to put more paste on it.
It's okay.
Have a CPU, it's awful.
That's fine. All that matters.
The shiny bit's shiny, so...
Yeah.
And covering my fingers.
Yes, I got sidetracked. Yeah.
Sidetracked. Oh!
I know. Literally everything can be spelt with "si" in it. It's terrible.
It's rubbing off on me because whenever I see the side jokes in the Discord, I roll my eyes, and now you're in my presence, I'm making side jokes. I'm like, ugh, it's terrible.
Oh no, I'm one of them.
You lost sight?
That was a reach, but I'll let you have it.
I'm just gonna quietly sigh in the corner.
Yeah, just having. Yeah. How audible is Caradog if he just speaks at a normal volume right now? Say hello, Caradog.
Hello.
Yeah, like how audible was that? Just out of interest, just so Caradog knows whether he needs to shout or not. Slightly. Okay, it's slightly audible, as in 10% low. Yeah, okay, yeah. Caradog needs to shout.
Caradog shout.
What on earth is going on here?
I was trying to do two at once, but I couldn't.
Okay.
You're trying to use two backplates at the same time?
No. One's for the heat spread. One's for the
ILM,
and one's for the actual hold down.
Yeah.
I see.
He was trying to be clever, thinking it'd get him somewhere.
We should never try and be clever here, to be honest.
Sadly, it shuffled. Ah!
Okay. Right, and I'm going to start lifting all of this up again because we're going to do one more post-test with that all rigged up.
Yeah.
Our testing before stream, when nothing was working, was not very good testing, because where we were just trying to make it work, we were just changing everything all at the same time.
We were just trying to find any combination of anything that worked.
So as a result, it meant that like if it had lit up, we would have been getting somewhere. But because nothing lit up, we actually didn't learn anything at all from that troubleshooting session.
That's it. Now it works. We just don't know why.
Oh, it's the second slot. Fair enough. Here we go. Should work in any slot, but whatever. Yeah. Okay, right. Power.
Where did you put the cooler?
The cooler, yeah. Where?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Right, so we want one more post out of this. Where's the good GPU? That's that one, isn't it? Where's the bad GPU?
I think we put that out of the way already.
Okay, it's in the naughty corner.
That's behind us. Yeah.
Okay.
So don't bring it back.
Yep. Oh, I just not that I want to test it. I just want to make sure that I'm not using it. Oh God. Oh yeah, that's fine.
We will cover its outputs and banish it to the corner.
Well, yeah, I was just putting a table over the output, so
send it to the
plug something in and go, the fuck? Oh, it's the dead one.
Yes.
Send it to the Shadow Realm. Okay, right. Power monitor. All right, let's go.
Have we got postcodes? No.
That's looking dead again. All right, so we're starting to make progress. So it doesn't like the mount. So the only thing we've changed at this point is the way that it was mounted, and now it's not posting. So there's a problem with our CPU mount here.
Fine.
Yeah, that's not going to go. I'm turning that off. Okay.
Yep. Right, so we've got some different shims. The multicoloured one's over here, I think.
So we need.
But this one's thicker than the others, I thought, than before.
It's thicker on top. That's the problem. It's not going to apply more. Although this is not. This isn't applying meaningful force onto the CPU, is it?
No.
Yeah. So if I just press down on the cooler then, and try that again, and see if we get a post out of it.
In theory.
Yeah. All right. One more try then. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to press down on the cooler this time because the cooler was just resting just then.
This is it. Peak like science involved here.
Yeah.
Perfect scientific approach.
Right. Getting comfortable.
And just cracks the board in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's doing something. Okay, it was CPU pressure issue.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, we're learning we're learning stuff. Just tell me when that posts, and then I'll kill the power.
No, it's not posting. No.
Yeah. Okay. It's probably because it's uneven. Like my hand was wobbling and stuff like that.
It's still
However,
certainly a different outcome.
Yeah. It did something, so we know that it's a pressure on the CPU issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
Right. So.
That one requires pressure though.
Yeah.
Just obviously resting it in the other motherboards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it
Okay,
depends on the socket itself. They might be slightly different on how solid those pins in it are.
Yeah. Okay. So two things of note. What we can do now is the other ones of these we have are going to be no good because this part will be too thick. We won't get contact with the die. We need something like that, but with more taken off the bottom, which means the ILM will sit lower and thus press onto the CPU more.
Okay.
So we can either sand down the bottom of this, or we can try and mount it up and see if we can get it to go. And in the meantime, I think I should start another print of a new one that is half a mil thinner. Because it.
What lower height?
Yeah. Well, what I'll do is I will just shrink the whole thing by 1 millimeter, basically. Yeah. And then, because that will take an hour, so we can knock that out. So we have another one on the way that is in progress. Bloody Carol coming in with prequel memes quietly there.
You can't hear them, but they were funny.
The whole die is not covered. Cooling on the die is the least of our concern right now. Having the CPU actually be detected by the motherboard is the problem. So yeah, we don't need cooling right now. We need contact. So yeah. Caradog is not mic'd up because we don't have a third mic.
Where is? Do you want to run this over the sandpaper?
I can do, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Right.
We've got wet sand or dry sand.
It's on the chair. It's on the chair by the table in the front room.
Okay.
So if you take this, you can sand it.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Use
what
the
I'm
smallest number of the sandpaper.
Right.
Cool.
Are you going to start swapping up to here, or are we going to do more testing off freezer?
I'm going to stick something which has got. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll do that, and I'll cry and water it and put the chest off.
Oh, we'll put the ILM on there and just run it lidded.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Right. So we want to sand.
Cool.
That side of it, don't we?
This.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. What I'm going to do then, I'm going to give Caradog. I'll give you my mic, and I'm going to get another. Hold down printing, just so we have something else on the way.
Yeah,
so if we're getting nowhere, we have something else in progress.
The interesting thing is, I have no idea how far to actually sand this. As to
too much is better than not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aggressive and hope.
Right. The reason why we're not using a room mic is that once the freezer is running, it'll be loud. Because we were going to room mic, but then we were just like, oh, the freezer will be noisy. Right. Take that. Give me your mic. Put that down over here for now.
Yes, where did the lid go?
Right, the lid. That one's for that one. That's a good. How?
I will take one of these ones instead. Well, you are not the one I want. You're one that will work.
It's over here. Oh. 4790K.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Cool. Alright.
I've done a tiny amount to this, so I just want to see how far it needs to go, really.
Yeah.
You got a chip. It's still going to have to be quite a way in it.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Putting pressure down. I shall carry on doing that.
Cool. All right. I will lose track of everything. There we go. Right.
Speak to the people.
Write the theme tune. Sing the theme tune. Right. I will now just stick some very runny thermal grizzly. Then I will re-lid this. There you go. So at least in theory, this should work when all mounted up. Get aligned. There you go. Good. Yes, so then what I'm hoping to be able to do once we've done this is at least get into Windows and just actually prove it. The board and everything will boot to Windows, and then, yes, go from there and actually do some very minor overclocking eventually. Ah! Oh goodness, get in there. Damn it. Fine.
We've got to do all of this for that special, like, 100 megahertz boost we're going to find.
Don't.
50 megahertz.
No, we find it's
10 megahertz.
We find it's a complete potato of a CPU.
Yeah, we find it actually clocks slower than, like, stock. Yeah. That'd be good. I can't offer this up and check if it works now.
There you go. There you go. Right. This whole contraption good heavens. Right. 1 screw. 2 screws. 3 screws, good. Keep that roughly lined up, there we go. Cool. Oops. Plop. There you go. That's on there. That's on there. Unplug you. unplug you. Right. Okay. Unplug you.
Everything appears to be unplugged.
Yes. Alright, then I need this. Apologies for splatting everyone there. Just hug the microphone with the motherboard. Ah, there you go. Right. So then that will allow us to mount the freezer actually onto the motherboard. And over there. Yeah, that'll do. Cool. Right. Good heavens. Okay, where did the screwdriver go? There.
I see. I have done an amount of sanding on this. I have no idea if it's going to be anywhere near close, but I kind of don't want to go too far, but at the same time I don't actually know how much I'm taking off sort of each amount. So I need to do another offer up or two and see if that's anywhere near. But also at the same time, Graham is printing another one, which is probably going to be an hour or so before it comes out. But that's also another attempt we've got when it gets there, I guess.
Yes, absolutely. Where there was a loose washer that I was like, oh, I require this loose washer, but
it's in the loose washer department, probably called the floor.
Quite possibly.
I can't see it for looking, I'll be honest, but yes.
Okay, right. I have ordered another thing. Right.
The thing is queued. The things are going.
I'm now going to move the camera.
Graham's moving the camera.
Oh, could you click on face cam in the top left of OBS?
In the left.
Sorry.
Down.
Halfway down the screen,
Up.
left-hand list, top.
Face cam.
That's the one.
Face cam.
Before everyone gets thrown around the room. We're going on a magical adventure!
Let's have the camera in the street out there. Yeah.
Okay. Good man, I got.
Where's the other one there?
Floor cam.
Huzzah!
Now you can see how much cabling and nonsense is on the floor.
I'm just figuring out what direction to move in. Okay, I've got to flip it. That's what's wrong.
It does help when it's not inverted.
Whoop. There we go.
That's what staff are for. Got it. I'll let you do some talking.
Yeah, thank you.
There you go.
Good. Right. How are we getting on? I'm going to check that this thing is actually doing things. It's getting there.
Right.
Whoop. I put on the mic and then immediately walk off screen again, you know.
It's fine.
That's
It's
going
fine.
I stood here and nobody could hear me.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Right, that's fine. All right. Okay. Right, what have we got? What are we testing?
It is the 4790K.
Yeah. All right.
With some Cryonaut on there, with the lid on there, just mounted, and then I'm gonna.
Yeah.
ILM.
We should probably start getting the mount frames on there so we can see what we're doing with mounts as well.
Yeah, again, that's probably going to need quite a bit of sanding down, I imagine.
Well, that should be the correct height. Was it too tall when we did the test fit earlier on?
Yes. I think so.
Oh, really? Okay.
To some extent, anyway. So yeah, there's a good chance we're going to have to do a bit of sanding on there as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Which again is going to add to our mount pressure, as the freezer's going to be obviously pushing down on the core.
That's in there. That's in there. That's on there. That in there.
Right, Caradog's hooking up the SSD and everything. That's a lot of faith.
Yeah.
That's a lot of faith.
Even before it goes 0-0 and we don't get a post.
Yeah.
But
I didn't actually...
fingers crossed. This
Is the screen on the freezer?
We can get going.
The screen on the freezer is off.
Oh, okay.
Now it's on.
Cool.
And it's doing the 4-minute countdown.
Good. Yeah, that's cycling numbers.
Okay, good. Yeah. Right. We might be in business then.
We got a chance here.
Okay, right. If we get a post, we'll switch to capture just so we can... Ah!
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Ah!
Got a post and a window.
We're gonna start, everyone.
Hello and welcome to the stream. It's 3:45 on the dot and we're ready to go.
Everyone who was here for the pre-show, you know. Your tickets cost extra. Bill is in the post. Right. Okay, good. So... Well, that's very brave. Okay, yep.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, right. So we got a 3-minute wait on for the freezer to get started.
Ah, that is not plugged in.
Let's switch back to capture. Right, can we do capture with the whole lot as a special treat?
There you go.
Video capture, add existing, Insta bench, and I'm just going to put that up there.
Hey.
There you go.
All right. And, right. Where's dead space on the screen? Bottom left? Or,
Right-hand side mostly at the moment.
Yeah,
the right-hand side.
Anything in the top right?
No.
Cool. Okay, in that case, I'll put that in the top right then.
Those two can just live there.
Yep.
That's fine.
Now they do.
Got any ice cream in that freezer?
No, but it has got some cider in it.
Yes, we got, well,
the other freezer.
Okay, yeah. We both went in two separate directions for a joke then, and I was like, oh, now mine's not going to make sense.
Oh, no, we're going. I think
yeah.
Your joke's better.
2 minutes on the freezer. Is this actually printing? It is. Good. Okay.
Excellent.
I just took 0.5 millimeter off the bottom, so it should have. So I've set the 3D printer making another one of. What have we got on there at the moment?
God knows.
Oh, you've got a lid on there, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry.
The CPU is relidded with Cryonaut between the lid and the die.
Okay.
And Cryonaut between the lid and the freezer head.
Okay.
And has the standard hold down.
Yes.
In theory, nothing should be non-standard about this setup other than there's a damn freezer on there.
Yes. Very good. Yep. Okay. Right. Well, I've started 3D printing on one of these that has a little bit taken off the bottom, which means it will push down harder on the CPU into the socket, which should resolve the mount issue we had when using this. This works on another motherboard, but it looks like it's a bit hit and miss with at least with the MSI.
Yeah.
So yeah, with the M power. So good. All right. 45 seconds for the freezer.
Just enough time to offer you a nice, refreshing cider.
Hell yeah! Hang on a sec. We need to.
You might need to switch cameras.
Whoop. We've got. Oh, we can't zoom from here. Hold on. I can fix
How
this.
How about just using the bench cam and going?
I'll bench cam it.
Ta-da!
Oh, there we go.
I have no idea where I am.
Nah, that's not going to work. But yeah, there we go.
Ta-da! And it's even the top one as well.
Oh my god, a damn tit.
No, it's Adamant IT. I spelled it wrong.
But this is
an accident.
No joke. This is why the YouTube channel short name is not Adamant IT. It's Adamant Computers, because I can't have Adamant IT because it picks up as a damn tit.
Yeah, it's inappropriate. And can't have that.
No tits allowed. The freezer has begun.
The freezer is beginning. Hold on.
Yeah.
I am going to. Do we get Russian noises?
I don't know. Noise filtering is probably taking all that out.
Yeah, that's a shame.
You probably heard nothing.
Yeah. Okay, right. So our evaporator temperature is now coming down. We're
good. Our distance to TJ Maxx is over 100 C.
Nice. So
evaporator is at 20 C and dropping.
We are further from the thing than the reference point is.
I'm going to find...
I mean, it reports the core temperatures as 0.
I'm feeling the hammer of Thog today, so I'm going to hammer of Thog this. All right. Is anyone else have... You don't even drink cider, do you?
No, I hate it. It's gross.
All right.
Cider's horrible. Who wants cider?
Weird. Caradog, you having one of these?
Yes, thank you.
Right.
I wouldn't drink anything without it.
Lots of faith. Good. Oh no. Weird. Okay, it's fine.
We're up to 2 Celsius for our core temperature.
Yeah.
Evaporator is down to 2 degrees and dropping. We going frozen, boys!
It's
happening.
About to sub-zero.
And 0.8, 0.6, 0.4. It's not dropping as fast, so it's like it's coming up against the.
There's load down
yeah.
there, isn't there? So it is coming up against a lot of heat.
Oh, we hit 0 and then it's gone back up. Oh, it's because you've hit it with a load. Okay.
Excellent. Our 4790K under the freezer is exactly the same performance as a stock 4770.
Perfect.
But now we overclock.
Yes.
Yep. And also we're now at minus 1.5 C, so we are now sub.
And we've still got a lid on it and lots of paste and everything else.
If we give it time to go colder, we'll have some quote-unquote thermal mass to push against when we actually hit it with a load. All right.
And
we also need to do a RAM swap at some point as well.
We've got the crap RAM in. Yeah, we do need to swap out RAM.
Because we can actually.
Oh my god, why won't you work?
Yeah.
Once we start punching in some clock speeds.
Yeah. I'm going to lower the camera slightly just so we can actually look at the freezer as well.
There you go. Now then, let's see if we can work out how the hell this thing works.
Oh, I can't remember this. I think last time I came with that postal fiddle with it and he broke it or something.
Overclocking settings. Oh, some overclocking settings.
Yes.
CPU ratio, 45. CPU ratio mode, fixed.
I believe there are some hacky BIOSes for this that allow you to modify other stuff on that, but we're just running the latest stock one.
CPU voltage mode,
so
override.
That should still be good enough.
CPU core voltage, 1.2.
It's not as loud as I remember. I think it's because we got it on the map. We could have room mic'd. I'm
Maybe.
kind of tempted to, just while you guys are dicking around in the BIOS, I'm kind of tempted to get the condenser out.
Yeah.
This is until it goes supernova and rattles the beer up. And explosions happen.
Honestly, unironically, we probably should make a no drinks on the bench rule today.
No cider on the bench.
Just because of what happened the last time we were running this. Which I know was... I know we're not setting up the circumstances for that to happen again, but... Just saying, yeah. Right. Si, I'm giving you the mic.
Very well.
I'm going to get the condenser mic out.
Is the core thermal throttling? No.
So something tells me that is not thermal throttling while it's at negative temperatures.
Is the core thermal throttling? No.
Just whisper into his neck.
What's going on in chat?
There you go.
I'm just having a little nosy, seeing what's occurring. Somebody ask a question or say something interesting. Go on.
You people,
Go
be
on.
interesting.
Go on, chat.
Go on.
Do a thing. Give me something.
Yeah.
Sai, how long was the trek was terrible. I got stuck on the M25. There was a car on fire. So I got stuck there for about 3 hours. So it made it about a 6-hour run here. By the time I got as far as the car that was on fire, they were sweeping it up into bags because literally the entire thing was dust at that point.
This isn't a car, it's a bag of parts. Excellent. Our 4790K is now faster than a 4770K.
What have you done so far?
There
I
we
have
go.
no idea if it was an EV or anything. There wasn't literally a tyre left. There was nothing other than, like, sweepings. Not a body shell and nothing.
But yes.
So whatever it was, it now isn't.
Right, you've gone faster. What did you change?
Yes, I have set the ratio, the what's it called? The multiplier.
multiplier.
That's the word.
You
I set the multiplier
multiplied.
to 45, so we're now at 4.5 gigahertz locked, and then I set a locked V-core equivalent of 1.2.
So is that 100 megahertz over what the usual turbo boost is? But obviously, locked,
It's 300
I think it is.
megahertz above what it was turboing to before.
Right. Cause,
Which in theory should have actually only been 100 megahertz over what it should have done.
yeah, because it should
Because
have
for
been
some reason
4.4.
it wasn't turboing to 4.4.
For some reason, it's running at 4.2.
Yes.
But now we're at 4.5, so we are in a positive direction because we're...
I am also just going to double
faster.
check. Yes, no, it is a 4790K. Good.
Yes, before Windows suddenly decides it's an i3 or something.
This is in actual fact that i3 you're overclocking.
It's a 4170. Oh.
It's AM3.
Just for posterity, that's your drink behind you, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The one
his.
there.
Yours is wherever you put it.
Mine's on the bench over there.
I haven't fetched myself a vodka yet.
Good.
Yeah, grab that in a sec.
But
Now
I'm jumping.
We're actually cruising. We can relax and
yeah.
Yeah, 1.3 is considered red. Excellent. Now we know.
I mean, it's fine. According to the MSI, the stream doesn't start for another 13 minutes and everything's prepped.
We're all prepped. We're all ready to go. There's no concerns.
Or it might be 2 hours, or 3 hours and 30. I can't read. I think it said the time was before whenever it is.
It's in fact
We
not
have time travelled. We should, yeah. That'll be fine. Okay, is that a 4.8?
Yes.
So we've gone up a fairly large jump there.
Yeah, we went.
That's a good start.
But yeah, I just went
Yeah.
4.8 and
Yeah.
just.
Yeah, there's no
Sent
point
it.
sort of incrementing if we can do a leap and have a good place to start. That's
Yeah.
I need to
Absolutely.
mute everyone for a sec while I test this mic.
I mean, that's further
All
than
right.
we got last time.
We're back, everyone. How bad is the noise? This is me speaking. Cowdog, you're furthest away. Could you say something?
Hello.
All right. How's that, everyone? Is this an improvement? And Sai, say something.
Words and things.
Those are things. Are we all audible now?
At the very least, we're doing better now than we were when we tried to overclock this last time. Because we're at 4.8, and last time we couldn't get 4.5 to work.
Damn. Okay.
We were
Yeah.
struggling, but then we were worried before, weren't we, that
Well, it literally
placed
just
under
wasn't
the
working.
yeah under the
Yeah. Sounds roomy.
lid
It
had gone,
will
so-
do because we're on a condenser with a. I've just dialed in a metric ton of gain because we need a condenser to hear someone that's 2 meters away. So yeah.
Are these still on, or am I wearing it for
these
nothing?
are off, so we can take off the DJIs now.
Yeah.
I can undress because
I'll attempt to remember to actually project when
Jabbing
I'm
me in
over
the
here.
neck.
Yeah.
And hopefully people will still be able to understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I missed the BIOS.
Good job. All right. The DJIs are still on, but they're
We'll go
muted.
again.
So if we need one, pick one up
Yeah.
and unmute it, basically. Cool. Right. I'm going to grab my bottle, and my job is done.
Very good. I'm going to grab some booze
Yeah.
as well. and
Get
join-
yourself a drink,
join-
and let's start having fun.
I mean, I've got a headache already, but
I mean, your two's job is to do all the talking whilst I sit here going,
Yeah, that's the plan. So yeah.
we just look at the screen and go, "Oh, we've got another 100 megahertz." That's
Printing.
Hmm.
Yes. Am I still in frame here? Yeah, makes sense. Cool.
Yeah, frame is up to the end of the bench, basically.
That, so I feel more comfortable.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I noticed that we're running. So what are our plans? You're running Cinebench. Is that like?
Yes.
Because you are you going for serious hardware bot scores? Like how?
Yes.
Yeah. So
But
what
I
are you
am
trying
planning.
to do?
I am planning on getting a good score on something.
Okay.
And I'm starting with Cinebench R15 just because
it's
R15 is somewhat period correct for the hardware as well.
Yeah.
So it just means we're not waiting 2 minutes for a run in like R23. Display, please.
Apparently there's a lot of echo. Let me just check that we don't have another hot mic somewhere. No. I'm going to turn off the Rhodes just to make sure.
I don't normally have a pint of vodka, but it is the only glass I could find, so...
A bit of Dutch courage.
I'm going to send it. Ooh, this got shaken up in your cup.
Alright, I just killed the Rhodes. Did that make any difference? If it didn't make a difference, I've no idea. Yeah, just filters versus chiller. That's what I thought, yeah. Y'all are wrong. Either way, I've just switched off the DJI, so there's nothing else capturing now. Everything else is muted, as it should be. Alright.
Oh, hold on. I was trying to remember how numbers work.
Right, I see you just fell over. What did we just die on?
5 gigahertz, 1.3.
Okay.
So a little bit more voltage
Yeah.
and go again.
Cool, so we got Cinebench. What other things can we try and get a high score on that's relevant?
At the moment on this install, nothing. Because I need to get Benchmate
Okay, yeah.
installed.
Yeah. Like, are we going to try...
Which is on here.
Yeah.
And I was going to try... I think there's the 7-zip test on there. Wah, wah, wah.
That's not a good sign.
Sag.
Oh, excuse me.
Alright, well, while Caradog gets back to something that works again...
We could also RAM at some point in this as well.
Oh, yeah, we got a RAM.
Before
We should
before
do that
we push
before you
too
change
far.
anything else, actually, because
Well, if you-
otherwise it might just wet the bed when we change the RAM.
If
So
we go back to like the last stable one we had, the 4.8 or
Yeah.
something,
I'm just
Yeah.
going to wait for
and
that
then we'll
to
stick
turn
that
on.
in,
Yep.
Then I'll turn it off.
which hopefully will work because.
JD says, yeah, 7-zip is on Benchmate, so yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that we can look for a high
absolutely.
scoring.
And then
Yep.
I was just going to try 7-zipping on Benchmate or something
Yeah.
like that. Just for different things.
Yeah. Basically, we're doing what I tried to do with my Ori and the Blind Forest speed running, where we're basically just looking for a scoreboard that we can put a score on. Doesn't matter if it's actually relevant or not. It just needs to, we're just going to put something on a website. So
I do find it highly amusing that you managed to get on the scoreboard and then realised that anybody could have got on the scoreboard with any time because.
For those of you who
Because
don't
there's
watch
only
my,
so-
for those of you who don't watch my Twitch streams, I did a speed run of Ori and the Blind Forest about a week ago, and I wanted to get onto the glitchless board, and there were 30 scores on the glitchless board, and I thought that was just the top 30, and I pulled out all the stops to beat 30th place, only to discover that actually that's 30 scores out of a possible 100. So I could have gotten onto the board with literally... Whoops.
And we're off.
Oops.
That's a second time for that then. I'm glad I mentioned the drinks now and that we shifted them.
All right.
That would have been a little bit of a disaster.
What was that? Was that front fan was off because the system was off?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. So it did this last time. What just happened was the cooling radiator didn't have enough airflow through it, so the gas condensed into liquid and went into the compressor. And the compressor tried to compress a liquid, not a gas, thus causing the massive vibrations.
Yeah.
Compressed
And it's just
already
because
compressed.
this is much more filled.
Yeah. So what we need to do now is we basically just need to run it no load just so it can catch up. And we need to make a... what I might do...
I need to remember to actually just pull the power out of the freezer, then turn the computer off.
Yeah, or failing that, I was going to say, shall I get a power supply to just put always on power to the front fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because then we can just say that fan is just always on regardless.
Does this like jump?
No, everything down there is dead. However... hang on a second, I'll sort something out in a sec, dude. Don't sweat it. Right. So that has that just needs SATA power, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna stick this guy on it. Oh, another thing I want to change as well is I wanted to get the system power going through the energy meter, so we can check system power draw as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there you go. This, yeah, it's just that. It's necessary.
Yeah. All right. That makes everyone jump, but it was a lot less scary than last time because this time we know what happened.
I'm just glad stuff didn't start falling off the table and like smashing on the floor. And
I'm gonna grab that. Can you make sure that clears, please? Thank you. Thank you. Perfect.
yeah, Firephone business is good. It's growing. I'm busy in the shop fixing stuff.
Making bank on laptops at the moment.
Yeah, I'm selling loads of Dell Latitudes. They seem to be the laptop of choice at the minute for people. So that is good business. I'll be honest. They're pretty cheap to get hold of, and
Oh, I see. It's not
really good machines.
Sorry, bench cam.
I couldn't quite work out why it wasn't just booting, and I realised it's because we're now at 43C as opposed to minus 43C.
Right. Yeah. Because suddenly we have no cooling.
Right. What's our fan power?
That one. And this can just go wherever you want it to.
There we go. Cool. I can sit there.
That is fantastic.
Good. All right. We've got always on power to the front fan. So right, we should
fixes that problem.
Yeah, so we should be protected against that happening now because there is the radiator fan is always running.
Yeah.
Groovy.
That's good. We've got the RAM in as well.
Yeah. 50 seconds before the freezer restarts, and then we should probably just let it run for a bit and just calm down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yep. All right.
Have we got XMP and whatnot on the RAM enabled as yet?
Yeah.
Okay, because that currently says 1600 on the...
Yeah, which is the second profile. I just want it to boot to Windows
Safety
first.
profile,
Okay.
yeah.
So that should be like CL9, I think it is, at 1600.
CPU temp. Yeah, the freezer hasn't started up yet. 20 seconds before the freezer restarts, and then that CPU temp will go...
Yeah.
So, which will be, actually, we've got a front row seat to watch the CPU temperature plummet in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, that should be able to hit 0 pretty quick.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's only idling.
There it goes. That sounds happy again. Oh, you can hear the suction as the evaporator starts going.
It's going to just hoover the CPU up in a minute.
It hasn't crashed, has it? Because the temperature's not budging yet.
Stuck. We're stuck on 79.
Oh yeah, I think it's actually crashed.
Did we crash?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think we hit 79 and killed over. So in theory, when this lights up, it's going to say a lot less than 79. 0.
There we go. That's more like it.
The sensor says I cannot sense anything below this. So this
Also,
is
the motherboard cooled down by like 2C.
Yeah.
CPU temperature is now no. So, okay.
Hey, I only work in positive temperatures.
Right, evaporator is at 7 degrees and dropping. So yeah, we're back in business. Did you and the phase person chat?
No. They have not messaged me. I was giving them 24 hours before I kind of went, hello, it is I.
Aha. Alright. Okay. Right, so we're back up. So
Back to Windows.
and we've got the fast RAM in on a safe profile now.
So are we still at 48? We're still at 48
I don't know
gigahertz?
what settings we're
Yeah,
in.
so
Okay.
we're just going to see where
Let's do
we're going to see where
run
we're
just
at.
as a baseline then again.
Yeah. Okay, so
No, we're at 5 flat.
Okay,
5
even,
flat,
even
yep.
better then. So we are
And-
a step
yeah.
above where we were last
what
time.
voltage are we running at the moment?
1.35.
Yeah, we're at 1.35 set. So yeah, we're not at super spicy
That's still
voltages
pretty
yet,
low,
then, are
isn't
we?
it?
Yeah.
I mean, I can't remember what we
that's-
looked up that we've
Yeah,
prepared to get it to,
135, you can do that on air, so that's not spicy yet.
I mean, we've got to get to at least 1.5, haven't we? So.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, JD, was Splive's peak voltage 177? Or
Hell.
or am I
Yeah.
misremembering that?
I definitely saw some at like 1.7 something, but
Just because I remember you saying, like, you think our limit's going to be about 1.5.
one 77 I assume was on actual nitrogen.
On, yeah, liquid nitrogen. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the evap to read negative, though.
Oh, 1.763. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's still if we get anywhere near 1.7, I think we're cooking already.
Oh, yeah,
So-
absolutely.
Oh yeah, and on the next shutdown, I want to put the energy meter in so we can check power draw
Yeah.
for funsies.
We have 850 watts to play with.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it doesn't go much above 250 watt. Because that's roughly what these chips will do.
We should plug in both of the 8 pins as well. since it's designed for 2 of them for ludicrous reasons.
Yeah.
I mean,
the thing I
sometimes-
find hilarious about this is just it's a 20-phase VRM on a processor which has a fully integrated voltage regulator.
Yes.
So the voltage that the VRM is sending to the CPU could be
Yeah.
like 2 volts, and the
Yeah.
CPU manages that down to V-core.
Yeah. However,
It's just
So-
delightfully ridiculous overkill.
kind of. Just to elaborate on that, 4th gen Intel, your motherboard V-core is sending a higher voltage to the CPU, which then has its own internal regulator that goes down to true V-core, if you see what I mean. Which is why when you actually read, and I actually made this mistake in a couple of repair videos, where I measured V-core at 1.3 on a laptop chip and was like, well, that's dead. When actually that was completely normal because the chip would have its own internal regulator that would go down to like 0.8 or something like that. However, we still need to bring 12 volts down to 1.3-ish, and we need to do that with lightning fast response times and massive power swings. So there is still a point in having a big built VRM
Oh yeah,
system.
but it's just a case of like you only actually need
overkill.
6 good phases.
Yeah.
To be
Yeah.
overkill.
This could probably overclock just as well with 6 decent
Yeah.
phases
Yeah.
But then on the
Do you
flip
want a
side-
pound, mate?
and
Oh
half
yeah,
the
yeah.
inputs.
Could you hold that for me, please? I think the important thing as well is that we have a motherboard that's actually built for extreme overclock.
Yeah. Extreme overclocking.
Overclocking. It's where you wear a pair of Crocs on your feet and a pair on your hands, and a pair. That's when you have extremely overclocked.
Yeah.
Right. How long?
Have you got a long one of these?
Yeah, I need to do some quick swapping around. Right, are we ready to power this down? Yep, cool.
Yeah, it should be
Okay.
off. Just the power supply.
You're not going to be trying to read the power meter from under the desk, are
Oh,
you?
that's why I'm doing rejiggering.
Do you possess an extension cable?
I'm just getting it so I've got the longest kettle lead.
I should have brought some kettle lead extensions with me.
Nah, we're good.
I've got some like heckin' long ones.
We're
in my
not
shop,
good.
but,
I've got a long voice somewhere. Hold on.
I've just unplugged everything whilst we're waiting for a second. I will swap back to face cam. Hello!
Hello, chatters.
This is the one you've...
I have started sanding it, but I don't know how much of a difference I've made, and I don't know how far to go because I haven't got the board to reference it to do comparisons. So yeah, it's potluck. I mean, my assumption is we've probably got to sand it an awful lot further than I have, but yeah. Do you have the power?
I have.
I've got the power.
Bap, bap, bap. All right. Cool.
Before we turn that on, where's the one for the chiller just gone?
Isn't that still plugged in where it was?
Oh. No, because there is no power into the back of the chiller. Please may I have this package?
The chiller has unplugged itself.
All right.
No, well, yeah, that's what I said. I said I'm turning everything off as we fiddle,
Yeah.
because I don't want it to start bouncing across the table again.
So many
Do you
cooks.
not? I thought that'd just be a fun idea.
There you go.
Right.
We'll just try and catch it as it goes.
Drink.
Yes, that one.
Thank you.
That is yours.
Right. Turn that back on. Good. Wait a second for that. Is that all good?
Screen is on. 4 minutes.
Excellent.
Yeah. Start. Timer is going until the next attempt.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
obviously we're at 5 gigahertz already. So we just increment in 100 megahertz sort of at a time now and see
Basically.
if we can get 5.1 or 5.2. And
But yeah, we've already seen that we've done dramatically better just by delidding.
well, last time we couldn't get past 4.5, so we're half a gigahertz better already.
Yeah,
and
just
we're
from
not making
delidding
much effort.
and repasting. So it does show that repasting was worthwhile. Because all we've done effectively is delid and repaste, and we've gained 500 megahertz.
Yeah.
Harris is asking what your t-shirt says.
I just showed it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
About must have been 2 years ago now. I think that stream was.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah, we did a stream where we were talking about something, and you gave your 2 pence and said, "But that's just my opinion." To which I replied, "Well, I have a YouTube channel and an audience, which means my opinion is worth more, and I think, you know."
It sounds so serious.
It was, obviously I meant it in jest, however.
Which is why
Just to make sure, because there's always some guy that's just like, oh, wow, Christ, what an asshole.
Which is why I thought it was funny enough that you could wear it, basically.
I
expect you to wear this out, you know.
I probably would, actually. I mean, I've got my hoodie that says "Stop making stupid people famous." So, yeah. Although I'm only slightly ironic with that, because people like XQC exist.
Yeah,
so.
the only issue is you could have told me the right size for it, because we should have got you a medium, not a large.
Look, I don't mind big t-shirts.
You are the bagginess.
I'm
basically.
cool. I'm 90s. I'm indie. I'm with it. I'm going down to the skate park after this.
Flared trousers and
I'm not that indie. My sister was. My sister used to. I got my indiness from my sister, who used to wear bell-bottom jeans, where the bottom of the jeans was wider than the hips. And obviously that goes back to the 60s, but it was a thing again in the 90s.
Surprise, surprise! That's a CPU crash. as if it would be something else.
We might. The freezer isn't on yet, so that might have just been an overheat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah. We got 1 minute 20 on the freezer.
Not long to go.
Excellent.
Yeah. Harris, don't worry. Harris's spelling of Graham, that was a very safe one. Basically put in all the possible letters for any possible spelling of Graham.
Here, have 17 A's, 4 H's,
I
2
appreciate
R's.
you. Yeah,
Try all the letters.
there's 2 spellings. There's an English spelling and a Scottish spelling.
Yeah. That spelling. Go with that one.
Oh, yeah. 2 second EPS cable. I don't think that would help us, because the EPS is good for 300 watts, and we're not going to pull 300 watts on this CPU.
The only thing is, I'm not sure if all the phases fire up if it's only got one in.
That would be interesting.
I
Have we got another 8-pin?
Yeah. I've got them for this PSU, but I have a feeling it only fires up 10 of the phases on each input. So it may well be worth doing it for the sake of
I was going to say,
load balancing on the
because
voltage.
In addition to that, even though we're not going to pull 300 watts, because of what we're doing, I feel like having the second cable there to load balance the cables more, it doesn't cost anything to do that. If we were building a PC with this, I'd be like, no, you don't need a second EPS. However, because we're extreme overclocking, that doesn't seem like a terrible idea. So
Take two. There's also that.
Concern.
Yeah.
Is that because we had a heat load on there before it started?
I don't know. I didn't realise this PC had turned on.
Okay.
It was. You were looking at it.
Yes.
No.
You was in the BIOS.
I turned it on. Went. Oh, the chiller hasn't started. Turned it off again.
Oh, I see. And then, yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay. Let's have a Let's wait for the 4-minute timer and let's do a.
Oops.
That's
let's
fine.
not have another.
I have actually turned off.
Go and
the
get the other
power
8
supply.
pin.
It was in the bag with those.
Yeah, it's
which
over there.
you've put somewhere.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
there. Oops.
It's in that general direction.
Yeah.
This poor chiller, man. I mean,
We are murderizing.
at least we know it can handle it. Like, the first time it happened, I was terrified, and I was like, oh god. When it happened earlier on, it was like, that's fine, we know what causes this. The third time, I'm just like, can we stop doing that, please? Does this happen to professional OC teams?
Professional OC teams don't use chillers. They just use liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, also, professional OC teams are cryptids and sit in a dark room,
I was going to
think.
say, oh, we're professional
yeah.
anything, really. But
Yeah.
Professional.
Alright. Okay, that's plugged in. We could probably switch it back on because it's going to need 5 minutes before it starts.
Yeah.
So,
Hit the button.
oh, okay, yep.
Yeah, let's do the 4-minute.
All right.
4-minute wait.
So-
and, see what happens.
Another 4 minutes for the chiller to restart. Then we're going to give that 30 seconds to settle. Then we switch on the computer again. So that,
Oops.
once again, that rumble happens when the gas has turned to liquid at the compressor. And that was probably because we had a heat load before the compressor had started. So basically, we had too much heat at the evaporator before switching on the freezer.
There is the possibility we've got too much gas in it. So if it has
Effectively,
it could.
It could effectively be over gas for the temperatures we're looking for.
Because obviously, the
Fair
more
enough.
gas
Because
you've got, the
effectively,
more you end up with is liquid.
The less gas you have, the higher the operating temperature is, as in the more positive.
Okay, yeah.
And the more gas you have, the less positive it is.
Yeah.
So it's
Liquid's
just
colder, but it doesn't circulate and doesn't compress.
Yeah.
So it's just a case of.
So you need that balance.
It's also just a case of not being stupid in applying 70C to the.
Yes,
cold plate.
I think we can solve this just by a correct startup sequence. And also, to answer your question, Quentin, we've got a mouse mat under the motherboard already. That's not just bare on the metal casing, don't worry.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would be
we
extremely
haven't shorted
concerning.
it to death.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
There's a rubber
That's
mouse mat
rubber.
there. It's hard to see on camera, but it's there.
The black item on top of the black case under the black motherboard.
Yeah.
in the dark corner, yeah.
Cool.
I was very bemused for but a moment because there's also a bottle of cider there, and I was like,
Yes. But that one has a cap on that. That is unopened cider. And there is also cider behind us. There is cider everywhere.
There is a lot of cider, yeah.
Yes. I think I brought 8 bottles, so you've got enough to for your next
Very
one.
well. I think I'm going to need several for the course of this stream, but still, at least.
Don't forget that is 8.4.
Actually, one of the labels is wrong.
That explains a lot.
One of them's got a wrong percentage, but
this-
some are
this
8.4, some are 7.3.
Oh, sorry, 8.2.
Yeah, this tastes like a vintage, so yeah.
Yeah, there's vintage and there
They're both
was
vintage.
Okay.
a different vintage.
One of them is Weston's vintage,
Yeah,
as
this-
you can tell by
This is a Weston's bottle, yeah.
and then one of them is Lidl's vintage, and
Yeah.
Lidl's vintage is 7 point
Yeah.
something.
They're about 30p different, and other than slight alcohol content difference, I think they're pretty much the same thing. But
Yeah, the Lidl one
I
is
brought
very,
both,
very
so-
good.
And they're both disgusting because they're cider.
He's gone to the ASMR wall.
Hello! Hello!
All right,
Is anybody out there?
let's summarize where we're up to thus far. So, what was our start speed? What's our base clock?
4.2.
So our base clock is 4.2. What have we got to stable so far?
5.
So we're at 5 flat stable, and we're getting higher scores in Cinebench R15.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
The chip should deboosting
4.4.
to 4.4. For some reason, it was only boosting to 4.2.
Interesting. Okay.
However,
we're
locking it off manually.
I was going to
it's
say,
at 5 gigahertz.
I assume we're running a locked all-core overclock.
Yeah.
Very well.
So we are already miles ahead of where it...
Yeah. 30 seconds for the freezer.
And then once that goes negative, we'll turn it on again.
Once it goes negative, we shall press the button and watch it vibrate off the desk.
Condensation issues without a fan on the CPU.
Excuse me?
Actually,
Probably
not yet. No, we haven't been cold enough.
We can easily plug in some fans though. We've
Yeah.
got a power supply there. We can plug in a fan
Yeah.
splitter cable and
I
chuck
think
some fans on it.
We're doing
Or
quite.
just plug them into the
We've
board
got
anyway.
quite a lot of thermal cycles at the moment, so we're not main. There we go. As it sounds happy.
Why are you still unhappy?
The speed that you leaped to that at was crazy. I almost got
Just
mowed
gonna
down
have to leave it.
just by standing there.
Yeah.
We'll swap the mount out and see how the other mount works.
Yeah.
Okay.
That gives us stuff to do.
Yeah.
We'll try this out.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. The freezer is still unhappy. We're probably going to need to give that. What are we going to say? 15, 20 minutes to settle.
Yeah. The liquid that's in it's got to turn back to gas and recirculate on it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just
We'll
gonna,
just have to wait.
gonna go again.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we'll give the freezer time to settle then, and then we'll come back to it. Fine. Okay, no problem. So, in that case,
I've just unplugged the fans because it's not going to make
Yeah.
any difference.
So if we take
Yeah.
the ILM off on that again, we've got this, which we still need to probably sand down more, and see if we can get a mount on that again.
yeah,
Because then that would be obviously the same CPU and everything, but delidded. So in theory, if we actually get the freezer going again and get to sort of peak overclock, that's what we're going to want for the best chances.
cool. Okay then. All right, that's fine. So yeah, we're going to try fiddling with other mounts then, and that gives us stuff to do while we're waiting for the freezer to unsulk.
Yes. Yes.
Very well.
You say that, I mean, it gives Caradoc stuff to do.
Yeah. And once again, because I was only half listening earlier on, so did we decide that these were all too tall?
Haven't actually looked. I wasn't.
Okay.
The shorter one was certainly too short, so we need to use the taller one, which I
Yeah.
think might be a mil or two too tall. So
Okay.
I wasn't
think
overly
we was
looking
a
because-
reasonable bit out.
I didn't expect any of the numbers to work whilst we had a lid on there. Just because they're all...
Yeah, I mean, we can use this anyway just to get a more consistent mount. So one of the other things that we did prepare for, we spoke about this, was it last week? Yeah, it was. Last week we talked about the idea of one of the problems with the freezer mount. If I just switch to the bench cam, you'll notice that the way the freezer mounts is it has that silver hold down plate, and then it's got really, really tall screws going down to the motherboard. And those tall screws, we can screw those down like as far as we want to the point where it will just snap the motherboard in half. So that means it's very difficult for us to mount it the same way every time and actually get a consistent mount. So what I did in the meantime was I designed this little frame here,
A
which
table
now,
with a hole in it.
yeah, this little frame here, which goes around the CPU, and the metal plate sits on top of that and provides us with an absolute stop point, so we know we've gone down to the same point every time. So we, in a perfect world, we want to start using this as well, so we know we're mounting it the same way every time. And it also means that there's less danger to the motherboard as well, just in case we've got it at a weird angle and we can't see that one of the screws is down tighter than the rest. So,
Come here. There you go.
we clear under that. Down we go. Okay. Right. Whoop.
Do you want to...
Whoop. That's going to go to there. Right. Okay. I'm going to move the cam to the other side so we can go top down again then.
Yeah. Let's go top down and have a look at this. So this ILM's obviously going to come off. And then we've got these shims.
Spin this sideways.
Yeah, I'm just working out
No problem.
if any of this we actually
Yeah,
need
do you want to
right
unplug power supply for now?
now. There you go. That can all come off of that.
Excuse me, standing in front of the camera, everyone.
It's fine, just showing off your nice Adamant IT logo on the back of your t-shirt.
Professional.
Yes. I should have put that on. That's your next t-shirt's going to have professional written on it.
Right, That should be enough. Yeah, that'll do.
There you go.
Just means it's slightly to one side while it sulks. All right, the bench cam. Behold, it's size shoulder.
It's going to be the top of my head, basically. Oh, it's my
and
chin.
your chin. I love it.
See, I haven't got the. Oh no. I was concerned where that was going then.
I see. Okay.
And a
right.
little zoom. Zoom.
We're upside down. That'll do. Figure that out. That's good enough. Yeah, it's just so people can see what we're doing, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So this guy has got to go. So this guy can go on. So yeah, we need to obviously make sure that this is going to fit.
I'm going to check how our other
that
one
we can
is
get
doing.
enough pressure on it, and then we're going on here, which hopefully once we've sanded it down is going to be the right position for the this guy to come onto. This I think is the taller one. So it's the taller one that we sanded down a bit. The shorter one was slightly too short, I think.
Yeah.
So either we've got to sand this down, or we've got to go with like some washers or something under that one. Which so I think we're better off
we'll
with.
need to double check if the short
better off
one's
with
actually
this.
too short when we've not got the ILM on there and the lid, just because
That's
we're
true,
dropping.
because we are sanding this down, so there might be a difference in height. But I seem to recall it being at least a mil or so out, which probably is going to be too much.
We have 5 minutes on the new ILM. Should have printed it in yellow. Oh, I don't have any yellow filament. I've been using the green because this green filament prints really nicely, actually. Apart from a couple of defects that you'll get with any 3D printing, I've had a really good experience with this filament. It's also been printing reasonably accurately as well. Like the actual print thickness has been what the model thickness was, whereas other stuff it's just printed slightly thicker kind of thing. So I'm also continuing with the green just because it's actually on point.
Let's take the thermal paste off the bottom of the CPU.
Yeah, that's a good
Concern.
start. I mean, we have just managed
How?
to overclock it considerably with thermal paste on it.
I blame Sai. It was Sai's job to clean it.
It was clean before.
He was over there cleaning and we were like, Si, hurry up, Si, get over here, Si, listen,
Yeah.
Si, we're waiting for you.
Yeah. Where did the other CPUs go? We've got another de-lidded CPU that we could offer up.
I don't know where anything is anymore.
No.
I'm not running this show, I'm just facilitating it.
Just look around the shop, be like, yep, nope, don't know where it is.
This isn't going to... I'd say this isn't going to plan, but hey, we've had some results already, so we've got to start.
I thought the plan was fun and shenanigans and disasters, and we've had all three, so... I think. So I think we're doing alright.
As JD says, remember to order food.
Yeah, that's a good point. There is actually food still in the kitchen. There's a load of stuff that we
there's a
brought
lot
for
of food
lunch
still in there.
that needs nibbling. There is snacks that we could
These two both
consume.
came in with just armfuls of food earlier on. I'm
problem
like,
is, I go
I've already
shopping.
had lunch.
I went to Lidl when I was hungry. So I wanted a snack and I spent 30 quid on a snack.
I think the problem we're
yeah.
going to find is that this is thinner. These bits are lower. These bits are
Too thin.
obviously lower and pushing on this unmoving plastic there that is not the CPU. I think that might be the issue we actually find.
Maybe.
What are the other...
We probably don't... We're probably not far out. Remember, I managed to get a post just by pressing on it slightly with my hand. So we're a fraction out, kind of thing.
We can't be too long away from having another one as well.
Yeah, the timer is 2 minutes to go.
Okay.
There is the estimate. So yeah.
So we've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds until we've got another shim
So-
that we could try potentially.
Yeah.
as well.
So basically, if this is a bust, we've got a potentially improved one that we can try straight away. So yeah. Cooler is not acting cool. No, it's a bit concerning, but on the flip side, I think if we give it 20 minutes just to calm down, it'll probably be fine. So yeah, because we know what the fault is and we know why the fault happened. I'm not sure why it went wrong the second time, but also we've been abusing it, so
I think it was just still liquefied.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
I think
it's going to take a while for that to settle into gas again and to re-expand and whatnot.
Thermal paste your power supply cables for extra speed.
got to cool those cables.
Yeah, because I think you've got the part that is gas that's expanded, and that's forced the rest of it to become the liquid. So that's got to basically stop expanding and settle back, for then the other part to not be pressurised into being liquid. So it's got to sort of equalise basically.
Now here's Alec from famous tech channel Technology Connections to tell us about latent heat and the refrigeration cycle.
Yes, let's talk about coefficiencies and before we Chernobyl the thing.
Do you watch Technology Connections by chance?
I have done in the past. I haven't seen any of his recent videos, but
Technology,
he's very, very good at
he
what
he does love the refrigeration cycle.
Yeah.
Which is one of the running gags. I think that's his second most running gag now, apart from through the magic of buying two of them.
Yes.
So yeah. Which I love so much.
That goes along with here's one I made earlier kind of gags of.
Oh yeah, that worked.
See, look, somebody's with me on the side.
Are you sure?
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah. So something's unhappy, but that worked.
Okay. I was going to say, I would have given that a couple of power cycles. It may have come good then.
I think something's slightly unhappy, but...
Well, I'll just give it a chance. You gave it like 5 seconds then.
Yeah, but it power cycled twice very quickly. I was just like,
I would wait.
Shorted something?
Give it like 4 or 5 power cycles. You know, if something is yeah, I would give it more of a chance than that.
Yeah, I'm concerned. Your extension lead's got a cross on one of the sockets. Is that the socket that explodes everything? Does it go kaboom if we plug anything in it?
I plugged in a cheap Chinese power connector at one point, and
was there spark in?
The flex blew out of the plug and covered my arm in soot. And after that, I've opted to not use that socket.
Yeah, I've seen some of those like fake fuses where there is no like fuse wire in it. It's just literally solid.
Through the miracle of printing another one, we have another one, everyone.
And this might be just as awful or worse, but we're going to try it anyway.
Hold that.
Thank you. That's actually rather warm. I wasn't expecting the hot thing off the printer that gets hot to be hot.
Oh, shit. That feels very thin. I don't think this is going to work. I think our issue is still this part being too thin. I don't think that is capable of providing pressure on the CPU.
Are we still thin on... So what did you adjust on it on this print?
I made this part thinner.
Right.
Which lowers the Z height of this.
So we want to do the opposite basically and go...
yeah.
The opposite solution kind of thing to go thicker on the inside.
Let's see how this goes. This might do enough. Because it just has to hold the CPU in place.
I mean, if we can get a post out of it, if there's enough pressure just for it to connect effectively with air.
Yeah. Right.
And then it's down to sanding down the bracket for the freezer enough to actually get good pressure. Yeah. Get good contact from that side of things for obviously the cooling.
All right. Give that guy a spin.
Yeah.
Not convinced, but we'll try it out.
Yeah.
Z height.
At worst,
Z
it's
height.
cost half a penny of filament, and you can go again.
Why was this mount not used from the beginning? Because
it doesn't work.
It's not providing enough. It's not providing enough pressure on the CPU. It worked when we were testing it on other boards in the previous podcasts. But it's this particular board seems to require more CPU pressure before it will contact properly.
I do wonder if there's a difference in the design of the socket because of the thickness of the PCB, because there's a standard that they're supposed to be at.
Tolerances
so
and stuff.
Yeah, there's got to be a difference there somewhere with the sort of just how the socket's designed.
Yeah. However, like, we don't need much. Like, this ILM is not providing the total hold down force of the CPU. It just needs to keep the CPU pressing on the pins, and then when the cooler runs on top, that provides our big mount pressure. So, yeah. Right. Well, it's all going on.
That does look better, to be honest. Does it feel more solid in there? I mean, it doesn't look like it's got the gaps and things that the other one had.
Yeah, we moved the cutout.
Yeah.
On the actual print file.
Did we move it enough?
Yeah, it
looks like it. That looks like good clearance to me.
At the end of either last stream or the stream before that, we did some slight modifications to the design of this, which I very quickly did on the fly in Blender. So yeah, that should be a slightly neater design that has not been cut up quite so much. All right.
Sleepwalker, no, I don't remember agreeing to that.
So I've been volunteered to pay for a pizza.
You know the shop address. You could order us one. Yeah.
Oh, wrong way.
Now, Caradog.
Yeah.
How does it feel? How does it feel, Caradog?
I have no idea. I don't think
does
it's
it feel good or terrible?
Hold.
Oh, I mean, it's trying.
No, not going to lie, I don't think that's working.
I don't think it is, but I think we're closer because our pre-stream testing, obviously, we couldn't get it to go at all. We were just stuck on 0, where it seems like it's trying to do something. So I don't think we're far off a decent mount. It's just, how do we get a decent mount?
No, that's just that's fully upset. No, I don't think we're getting direct die today. I mean, the plus side is...
on this board, no.
Yeah, it doesn't appear like we need direct die, thankfully. The de-lidding seems to have done enough for us. Because, like, previously we've been up against delta issues, haven't we?
Yeah.
To an extent. But yeah. However, yeah, no, I agree. I don't think we're making progress there. So... did anyone happen to look at the clock when we last ran the freezer? Because I don't know how long we've been waiting for now.
It's been a little while, but I'd probably still try and leave it another few minutes just for it to settle.
Yeah.
Before we give
that's
it
fine.
another shot. We've got to
put the ILM back
over
on
anyway.
Yep.
So by the time we've done all of that, and then it's just a case of either the freezer's going to fire up and we're going to get a go, or it's going to get a thermal lock again.
Yeah.
And we're going to have not a lot of joy.
If it thermal locks, what I want to try is direct die mounting with a water block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because the water block is easier for us to apply a known hold down pressure.
And for a short run, in theory, it should give us still, obviously not sub-zero, but it should still give us decent cooling.
Ice water bucket. I still say I was floating the idea of doing ice water cooling in exclusive chat, and no one was listening to me. And I'm like, fine, I'll take my idea and go home.
Yeah, let's just submerge the whole thing in isopropyl and run it on that. Let's put it in a fish tank of isopropyl alcohol
Just ice water, bro.
Just run it.
We just all the thermal mass.
I'll just get a massive pump, big tank, and we'll just.
Don't even need a big pump. We just the idea is we water cool it, but we just have like just a box of water from the tap, and we've got so much water that the water won't heat up because there's that much thermal mass.
I mean, this is how data centers do it. They would use like an entire river, and they'll just take it from upstream and then just dump all the hot water downstream, and all the salmon get roasted.
Yeah. Apparently we're 15 to 20 minutes, about 18 minutes. That sounds good.
Yeah. So another 5-6 minutes will be.
We do have Uber Eats and stuff like that, but also like just number one, we're on the high street, so there's a kebabi like 30 seconds up the street, and number two, like takeaway was a thing before Uber Eats.
Yeah, and Uber Eats is horrible. You pay twice as much, and you have some skanky person deliver it in a mouldy box.
Yeah,
and then drop it on your doorstep and eat half of it.
Yeah, Uber Eats and stuff like that is terrible. It's for lazy people. Just get a takeaway, get it delivered. Most places deliver. And they delivered before Uber Eats was a thing.
There's a great Chinese near me, but I don't think they deliver this far somehow. They might refuse.
Right. Bless you.
Oh. I think it's a special treat. I might even.
You are blessed.
As a special treat, you might do another sneeze.
I might put thermal paste between the lid and the cold plate.
Oh.
Was there not before?
There was very little.
Okay.
It kind of apparently just went, no. So I'll put some more.
How are we doing on Cryonaut? Have we got a decent amount of it still?
We have 2 tubes.
2 tubes. Oh, yeah, so we're good. Yeah.
I do feel like using thermal paste might be to our advantage.
Yeah.
We're going to pull what's called a pro gamer move here and put thermal paste on it.
Yeah.
Stop it! Stop! Desist! Damn it! Go back in the socket.
No, you're not supposed to put the paste under the socket. Oh.
Where's the cleaned one of these?
In front of you?
There you go. Because one of them, this one I went through and scraped all of the silicone off just so hopefully it sits tighter.
I'm just going to peer over Caradog's shoulder.
Let's go, we can...
Doing a good job there. Pressing down that locking bar. Now he's putting the paste on the CPU. Looks like he's going for the single line, aiming to match the actual die there.
I think you're supposed to be giving him good thoughts, and I'm supposed to give him evil suggestions.
The extra flourish there. He's mimicking Salt Bay, but with thermal paste.
He is. Good job. Good job, Caradog.
There you go.
To quote Lead Farmer, gold! Sorry. Right, he's going for the freezer. We're going back to the freezer.
We're going in. We're going in.
I'm going to move.
We're going all the way.
All right. Sai, could you be a dear and switch us to face cam, please?
I can switch us to face cam. Hello, face cam.
Hello, my back.
Yeah, no. Table
to be fair, we could do with like panic buttons on the desk, so when the freezer goes mad, you just whack the button and it cuts off.
Right, how far out was it? Can we sand that, or is it just a complete no-go?
It's like 4 mil.
Oh, 4 mil. Wow, it's miles out then. Yeah,
Neither of them are remotely close.
Yeah, okay, fine.
The lower one, how far out?
Yeah, that was the lower one. It's like 4 mil out. So yeah, no, million miles out. So yeah, like we'd have to start hacksawing it off, and then it's print another one out, which is the thing there. So that's fine.
It's a case of very carefully actually measure stuff and very carefully work it out.
Yeah. Which is, I should have done it. I nearly did another short one just in case, because then we would have had a long, a medium, and a short, which is what I did for the ILMs originally.
Hello, and welcome to two guys don't know how to use a tape measure.
It's not that easy, bro.
It is a challenge.
Yeah,
to be able to.
Yeah, like I offered
to
it
be able
up.
to measure inside of the thing.
I held it against the CPU and I measured it with the calipers. I was like, that's how much we get, so I'm going to take that, go a little bit lower.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently we go much lower. So.
Yes, I didn't realise this is the shorter one.
That's the short one.
Yeah, which I'm just going to try now.
Okay.
I thought the shorter one was slightly too short, in which case we might get away with some washers or stuffing something in between it.
Because with the thing mounted, that's the gap we've got.
If we leave that there, can we just wedge some washers or something in between enough just to... We've got something thick enough. Even like a foam ring that we just compress.
Well, we'll see. By the time the screws actually get tightened up, that gap might disappear.
But yeah, that's what I kind of want to do. I'm just going to actually...
Let's actually try it for real.
Let's tighten it and see how much the gap actually is.
Yeah.
That'd be a good start.
Just saw them. I don't think we'll be able to saw them with any meaningful accuracy. Also, I don't know where I don't have a hacksaw to hand. I've got a Dremel, actually. I could Dremel them, but even still, that's going to be messy and time-consuming to do with any meaningful accuracy.
Yeah, we'll just end up with one leg shorter than the other, like.
And unfortunately, these frames are a 3-hour print, so we're not going to we can't print another one. The ILM is about 50 minutes, so we did have a shout at doing one of those in time. But yeah, these things are 3.5 hours. They're also not essential, though. You know, these things are a nice to have because they help give us a more of a guide. But theoretically, they're not a make or break deal. This isn't going to improve situations. Yeah. It's just a nice to have.
You could literally just wedge anything in the side there, just as a maximum clamp down.
Maybe, yeah.
Between it.
Yeah, that gap is still enormous, isn't it?
I mean, worst case, if you whack that down too far, we're just going to crack the die. I mean, we could still give it a shot.
No joke, I had a nightmare about that during the week. That I just woke up going like, we're going to crack the die. And then I remembered that the ILM literally had a shim on it to prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
Although that much being said, the bottom of the freezer is so not flat that I don't think shims can save us.
There's going to be a point that we've tightened it enough, though, that it works. And there's a point where we've tightened it too much that it no longer works. And there's a finite window of opportunity here where we could get this right and we could get a good overclock.
Yeah.
Before it goes crack.
Yeah.
And disintegrates.
So the frame we've got in there is 39 millimeters tall. And the tall frame is 43 millimeters, I think.
So I think 41.
So yeah,
probably where we should.
So we want like a 41 millimeter frame.
But that means we're 2 mil out on each frame. So that's too much to sand or to do anything with in that regard.
I should have done another one in the middle just to be sure, but it is what it is.
Next week on Two Guys Talk Tech. They print out 478 slightly varying CPU frames.
Are those slot head screws? Regressively, yes. And actually, we should just Dremel them into Phillips.
The height we need there is apparently 46 mil to the top of the plate.
Oh, that's to the top of the plate.
Oh, yeah, to the top of the plate.
But you know the thickness, you can measure the thickness of the plate. I mean, the other thing is you could just change the screws to ones of a known length.
Well, that was actually an argument I made a while back where we get a good mount, line the screws, and then we chop the screws off to that exact length, so we know we go down until they're flush. But the problem is you can only check that from underneath the motherboard, which is not very helpful when it's there.
Yes.
So the frame is still the best solution. We just need to figure out the frame height better. And unfortunately, we just haven't done sufficient testing for that. Despite how much preparation we did for this stream, there is a lot of testing that we just didn't really do, and arguably should have.
In theory, if the 41 was actually accurate, it should be a smidgen under 41.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, from a casual eyeball, that looks like a 2mm gap you've got there. So.
Yeah, we're definitely halfway in between each frame. I mean, not necessarily exactly, but pretty much.
Instead of doing the whole frame, just do a spacer. That's not a terrible idea.
Yeah, you could just do another ring. But then again, as I say, anything, you could literally just wedge some cardboard in between there.
Yeah.
I just don't know what use that is.
It's just having
because
the
it
right...
doesn't tell you what height it is.
No, but...
I just mean as a protection.
Yeah, like if we were to make a spacer, we could print a spacer in less than in 15 minutes. However, I'd have to quickly smash that into thing.
Absolutely, but that also requires you to know how tall you need it in the first place, and we don't even know how tall we need it yet.
That's
fair.
fair.
We don't even know what a correct mount is.
Yes, that's also true. Oh well.
So
right.
Yes.
Are we going to plug it in again?
Yes.
All right.
Where did that part?
There. That's the one. Right.
Did we check our wattage and that anyway when
we didn't get that far,
did we?
No.
Okay, so fingers crossed, if we actually get a bit further this time with the freezer actually not exploding, then we'll check what wattage we're actually drawing as well.
Yeah.
At the socket.
Okay, right. 3 minutes 50 seconds before the freezer tries to start again. If the freezer boils over again, are we declaring? What's the timer on? 1 hour, 150. Yeah. Okay. So if the freezer boils over again, we pivot to water cooling, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The freezer's going to need, if it boils over again after having been rested for 25-30 minutes,
it'll need overnight.
It's going to need an hour or two at the very least
leave it overnight.
to settle. So that's game over.
If it boils over again, it's not turning on again today.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we pivot to water cooling just so we can try some other attempts.
Yeah,
and
I just want to see if we can direct die.
Yeah,
basically.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, basically we just got to be realistic on at what point we actually say we're done, basically. And we're not there yet, but I just want to have a defined landmark in sight of when we actually say we're done, you know.
Yeah. Well, in 4 or 5 minutes' time, we'll know if the freezer's exploded or if it is actually freezing.
Yeah.
And we'll have an idea of what's going on, which helps.
Andrew Johnson returns. What have I missed?
Everything.
Well,
everything.
The freezer boiled over a couple of times and got very upset. So we've had to let everything rest, and so we've tried rigging up a direct die setup again. We've now got 2 minutes and 20 seconds before the freezer tries to restart. If the freezer starts successfully, then we can continue attempts. If the freezer boils over again, then we have to abandon the freezer today, and we're going to switch to water cooling instead. We do have custom water cooling gear, so basically we'll switch to a custom water cooling setup and see if we can get that going.
Yeah, and obviously if we can do that direct die, then we'll try that as well.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to try.
So that's at least a step up on obviously standard, doing it with the IHS on there.
That one doesn't have the screen.
Good. Right, Carrot Dog.
Yes.
Which bottle is yours?
The left? Is it the left? Or is it... Oh.
See...
Would you like to open
that's
the
new
new
one? That's the one I thought was yours.
There's plenty of ciders around.
That's fine. I thought I'd ask you because I wasn't sure. And you guessed the same as what I was thinking.
Just
therefore,
give it a lick around, see if it tastes funny.
It's
You're
fine.
This doesn't taste like my lips.
Yep. So I think I put it down there earlier on because that was the point where we were going, oh my god, it's boiling over. So yeah.
But this is the point I realised I should have done custom bottles for each of you with your names on it or something. So
you fool! You thought I could track which bottle was mine.
It could have literally had on the label your name.
I'm going to. I'll tear the back because
But you peeled a little circular one off.
No, because that's the custom one.
Okay.
Which is going in the recycling anyway.
You'll do that and then finish it. And you'll have to do the same again on the next bottle.
Okay, the original one doesn't want to come off.
No, it needs soap and water. You have to soak
You
it.
need soap and water.
I had to soak them.
I'll soak you in a minute. All right.
Very well.
Should probably wash.
True.
Ah.
You've ruined my custom special
Owned.
T-shirt. It's now worth 29p.
It's about to start. Get ready.
To be fair, it is only made by Kent.
No.
Oh,
Sag.
yeah. That's game over, unfortunately. On
Okay,
the
right.
freezer.
Water cooling. I'm getting the water cooling box.
Yeah. Let us water cool. Well, we hit 5 gigahertz on the freezer. I don't suppose we're actually going to be able to beat that by water cooling, but let's try.
Don't know. Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see what it can do.
Oh well.
Right. Water cooling crate.
Sure.
Right.
I require a jug, just because we'll need tap water.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna bother putting anything fancy in there.
Yeah, for reals. Right.
I am literally just gonna clear the bench.
Yeah. I assumed by water cooling you meant a water cooler as opposed to a nice custom loop that we're going to engineer.
Bitch, this is Adamant IT. We don't do AIOs here
There is a
anymore.
radiator and it is not attached to anything.
It
has no fluids inside it. We have to do this by hand.
We have EK water blocks, which JD assures us are the very best.
Yes, I'm sure I can pee in it for optimal performance. Yeah.
Right.
Have a screwdriver.
I should not be standing in front of this camera. Could you switch to face cam, please?
Yes.
Please take out the other screws.
Thank you.
Back on face cam.
Sag. All right.
What am I being blamed for now? I'm being blamed for something apparently.
Existing. Your presence.
I mean, it's not my fault I exist. I just continue to exist.
Well,
yes.
Kent exists, and you're part of that problem, I think.
Yeah. That's also worth about 30p. Would anybody like to buy Kent? I don't want it anymore.
Kentish down, yes.
No.
Right, move the motherboard. I'm going to lift this whole affair. Are we clear on both sides?
I should go to Gillingham rather than Gillingham, just to move myself up market a tad.
Do you want the carpet tile?
Yeah, I'm going to lift the whole lot. I'm just going to take this whole shooting match and put it over there.
Absolutely.
That is a good look, to be fair.
Excellent. We are going to put this here. There you go. All right, fine.
What's wrong with side jokes, Radar? The best jokes. Yes.
Okay, right.
Okay, so are we gonna get wet?
More to the point, are we
It's
trying to
like-
direct die again? I thought we
Yes.
decided direct die was dead. Or we...
I'm trying
Well,
because
freezer's
obviously
dead.
we've got the water block, and maybe the water block will actually hold the CPU down.
Fair enough.
That was the attempt
That's
that I
got an
wanted to
actual
attempt.
mount, so we could just
Just
jack up
because
the
there
mount.
is no point in us custom water cooling without direct dying.
Okay.
Hello, Dave Bob.
Alright. Yeah. Is that the... Or do you want the EK, or have you got it? Oh,
No,
yeah,
I
that's the EK, yeah.
require the Intel block.
Okay.
Which I think is that
We've
one.
got the mystery, or... Oh, yeah, that's a...
That's an AMD.
Yeah.
I need the Intel block, which should be this one. This one.
So this was like that. That was that £8 AliExpress special, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That surprisingly enough was not awful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, to be fair, China actually owns all of the copper, so so you've got a good chance of it coming with something. Yeah, it's not going to work with the bloody stickers to the
No.
on
I
the
know.
bottom of it.
But-
Right.
I don't know anybody who's silly enough to call a CPU with a sticker on it.
Caradog, do you want the EK pump
Oops.
or the Barrow?
The Barrow pump, because that's the one that works. As far as one of the EK ones.
Yeah, I'm having
I
fun.
did, but fair enough.
Dave Bob, having
To my
lots of
knowledge,
fun.
everything in here works.
Yeah, but that's what I said about the board when we started, and then
Yeah, that's fair.
and then nothing worked.
Right. And we've got a
Okay, so we've got a res, we've got a rad.
EK rad.
Yeah, the fans are still attached to the barrow one, I think.
I take it the pump's built into the reservoir, and
Yeah.
nice.
Cool.
All right.
Do we have some shiny tubes?
I need.
Right. Si, take those fans.
I will take some noctuas.
We need to attach those fans to the rad.
Do we have some rad screws? I can't steal any from the fan that's in it because it's only got 2. But if we have some
There's
more,
some
I shall add some more. Thank you.
There you go.
Here's a screwdriver.
There's a screwdriver here, that'll do.
Okay.
You'll probably want the big one, to be fair.
Probably, but I'd manage.
Yep. Just 2 will do, just so they don't fall off.
Oh, that's the cut one.
All right, Caroline, what else do you need?
We have pump, we have radiator,
Tube.
we have the block, we need tubes.
Right, do we have any offcut tube?
We might have been little.
Yeah. All right,
That's unfortunate.
we got that. I expected we'd have a load of offcuts in here.
Yeah, we should do. I thought, yeah.
Unless it's in the
running
other.
the approach.
Yeah, it's not in the other box,
I
is
was
it?
labouring under the assumption that we've kept it off.
Yeah. Okay, next question. Have you got enough in that length to make a loop?
Excuse me, JD. What are you on about?
Where is it?
I don't know. I mean, maybe we did chuck it out because it was all manky.
Is there another box?
No.
Have you
There's 2
discovered
boxes.
you have a lack
there's
of tube?
AIO mounts and there's custom.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yeah.
We can manage. We cut in half.
Yeah,
and
I was gonna say.
it's not like it's got to be far away. We can just sort of.
We've got just enough at a push. Just not.
Yeah, it's also just a case of what the hell happened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
if
mean,
there's another bit we haven't got to cut it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can buy hose isn't expensive. We can get more.
Sure.
It's just a
Oh
question.
yeah, absolutely.
It's just a question of having enough now.
Yeah.
And it's more of a case of just like maybe we chucked it all out intending to buy more and then didn't buy more.
Yeah. Just it's a shame if we cut it in half and then find it and be like, oh, here it is.
Yeah. All right. So.
Just a pile of Animax cords.
Oh God, I try not to think about it.
Are they all from Spud or just?
Yes. I'll fix them, Si. I can fix them. Right. CPU. Pump to rad. No, let me try that again. Right. CPU to rad. Rad to pump. Pump to
Do
CPU.
we have enough fan headers?
There's
or some
enough there
splitters?
there's enough there to make a loop. I say we just burn this and buy more.
Oh yeah, I was just
Yeah.
scanning through the places I expected it to be,
Yeah.
just in case I saw a length of it.
Yeah, if I'd seen it anywhere, I'd have put it in that box. If
Yeah.
it's not in that box, and it's not in the AIO box, pass, basically.
Well, pre-revenue, we've got the grey ones. No poo and puke coloured fans here.
Yeah.
We've gone for grey. So.
Whatever,
Yep. Got it.
it's fine.
Hose.
I'm going to need a fan splitter cable, or
Yeah.
I'm going to have to like balance this and
Yep.
try and plug them all in
Yeah,
headers.
there should be one in that.
Have you got like a
glass of
triple?
junk?
Right, was that a double or a triple? There's one kicking around. I'm sure I've got a triple over here. Stand by.
A triple would be perfect.
Oh, baby, a triple! Bam.
Thanking you.
All right.
Oh, look at the dust in the end of there. That's filthy.
How dare you?
How do you? Ugh.
How do you live like this, man?
Can I use these? Are these usable?
No, we don't have a CPU option, fam. It's like CPU fan 2. Good enough. Fantastic. You muttering?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, he's just muttering. It's like, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. This isn't good enough. Blah, 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 blah.
Right, here is our professional coolant.
Excellent.
30/5 diesel oil motor.
It's tap water.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It says deionized. That's good enough.
That is to say, it's come out of the iron pipes or something. Cool. Right. Have you got everything you need,
No.
Carrot? What do you need?
Some way of mounting the block to the board.
Do we not have such
Do
a
we
thing?
not have a backplate? We've got that.
I require screws of some kind to mount it to the board.
Alright, here is a tray of stuff with what looks like an Intel backplate there.
As you can tell, this was also well prepared.
Oh, what are those screws in the corner? Are those Intel screws or are they M3s?
Those are coarse. So they may well be for this thing.
They look hopeful, to be honest.
And that's an Intel backplate.
I have a back plate, that's fine.
Okay. Because this is probably 1151X. Or 1150X.
It's too big.
More to the point, that's the backplate for the block, I believe. So.
No, that's the one for the Arctic liquid freezer.
Oh, alright. Fine.
Yeah, take that
I'll
rubbish
take
back.
that back.
We don't need any of that nonsense around here.
Didn't even want it.
Nobody wanted that. What do you even offer it for? Terrible.
Those screws are too big.
Alright, you have our own to do there. I'm going to
Have a wommage.
oops. Her. Hello, Turnip Gaming. Thank you for the $5. Yes, the freezer is kill at the moment.
Yeah, I think that's 4 times we've had it want to go thermonuclear, sort of on the
Yeah,
on the desk. I think 4 times is probably enough to call it a day with that.
The first time it boiled over, it recovered basically immediately, and was fine.
Yeah.
And then the second time it boiled over, just from that point onwards, then it just would not recover.
Yeah.
And we gave it like 20 minutes, and 30 minutes, and it still didn't recover. So at this point, we have to assume that it needs to be left for like 24 hours or more to settle again.
I think the compressor's just full of liquid.
Yeah. So yeah, either way, there's no point in trying it again without having left it for at least 24 hours beforehand. So.
Would you like a phone?
I'm pro. It's fine.
I mean, to be fair, you didn't spill a single drop then. That was a miracle. That was like 40 times better than I could manage.
I might look like an idiot, but
you are.
I do this for a living, guys.
I am a professional idiot.
I'm a professional idiot. Yes. And then there's a funnel. Yeah.
Once again, there is a scene in the film Collateral that I think about a lot when Tom Cruise is chasing Jamie Foxx through the train, and he goes, "I do this for a living,"
Get a better job then. What would you do that
Jamie
for?
Foxx is running away like he's going to actually take on this professional assassin. The professional assassin is just like, "I am a professional assassin, and you're trying to get away from me. Just die," you know. Doesn't sound good for the health of the compressor. That's why we've stopped trying, basically.
The compressor is kill until it's been investigated.
Right, yeah, that's weird thready shit.
Right. We've definitely used this block before.
What, the Intel one? No.
Yeah.
No.
Maybe
We've
not.
used the AMD one.
Oh. Oh, okay. I didn't realise there were two.
What
It's
is
also
the
based
one
That
on-
explains why there's a sticker on the back of the Intel one.
What is the cooler that
There's
you
a
had
pipe.
mounted like sideways?
What?
It wasn't one of these, was it? Because this is any orientation would work. But you had a
Oh,
a
it was the
water block you used that you did
EK.
sideways.
Yeah, the EK, the jet block, the jet plate was the wrong way around, which is why we were having issues with that setup.
Because interestingly, that seems to work in any orientation.
Yeah,
it's
it doesn't.
actually
It doesn't.
the same,
It doesn't
no
have
matter
it.
what way you go.
It doesn't have a jet plate. Yeah. So yes. Right. May need someone to look at the refrigerant charge. Yeah, we suspect that it does have too much in it.
Yeah.
Well, for the temperature range that it was up to, because it was 70, but obviously it's
Precisely,
minus
yeah.
40.
Yeah.
We know that it runs though. We've just run it. We were being we were being rough with it, and it's gotten upset. So
I reckon
it's
you've
not.
got about 30% too much gas in there.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Which backplate is this? Is this the not?
Intel one.
But is this the one that was in the box, or is?
It's the one
right.
that was on the
I gave you the one
It's
back
the
that you
Intel
gave
one.
me.
Okay. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Intel uses different screws.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter which backplate we'll use, it will have different Intel screws
Yeah.
because they're different screws.
Yeah. What I was inferring was if we try another backplate, mightn't it have different threads on it?
No, because Intel backplates all use the same
They
screws.
use yeah. Okay, that's fine. They all use the same screws, so it doesn't. So changing
Which
the
is why I was
backplate
looking
doesn't
for
solve our
Intel
problem.
looking for Intel mounts.
I got you. Yeah. There's the yeah.
No, these are AMD
Oh
ones.
man.
Everything is wrong.
Well, it's because Intel's been basically irrelevant to me for like
Yeah,
10
but also
years.
Intel keeps changing everything every 5 minutes.
Yeah,
AMD's had like AM4 for like
Yeah.
a million
Right.
years.
Are we looking for a finer thread or a coarser thread?
Finer.
Finer. Okay.
That bag is wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm gonna have a quick rummage over here. What is this?
Oh, it's just silicon, I think.
Right. Here's another block.
Yeah, that one's the GPU block, I think.
That's got some fine threads in it. Are
Yeah,
those any
that's
good
what
to
I was
you?
looking at. I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe that would be useful. So.
Yeah.
There is many interesting things.
Yeah. What have you got?
Nothing that seems useful.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, stick it all back in then.
Yeah, that's an AMD.
I would
one.
describe
So-
what I have, but I have no idea what I'm looking at.
Yeah. The question is, does it have screws that look like they might be useful?
No.
So yeah. I'll pull those out while you do that. Whoop. That's going to be, yeah. Right, those fit.
Yeah,
So
and they're less ridiculously long than the chiller ones.
yeah, and we've got some springs on those, so it looks like there's enough there to work with.
Yeah.
If we don't lose them on the floor.
I promise nothing. All right, pull those
Hey,
out.
you can pour something without spilling a drop, but pick up a screw and it's gone.
The trick with the screw is to watch it as it falls, so you see where it stops.
I have the luxury of carpet in my shop, and the amount of screws I dropped that just vanish forever. And I'll bend down, I'll spend about 20 minutes searching for screws, and I'll find 50 screws, and none of them will be the screw that I dropped, or screws that I've ever seen before. And it's like, how?
Maybe. Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Right, we're just checking if the screws we've got are of a useful size at the moment. They've got the correct thread on them.
Maybe. Will the head just go straight through that? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
We might not be in luck here. Yes, we've got. Oh. So you're looking to just screw through it and just clamp it
Pretty
without
much.
anything
Yeah.
in between.
That gives us something.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, there's no stop on the other side of the backplate, is there? So we can just go down as far as we want with those.
Well, we can clamp it until the core cracks.
Yeah. So yeah, I say we just send it then.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. I will de-sticker this.
I think we should try with a sticker on. It's the sort of thing I'd do.
Is what I say to that.
Passed.
Right, let's get a bench cam going. Up. Ha. 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 That'll do. All right.
I've improved it.
Can't believe you've done this to me. All right.
I also scribbled out the P.
I'm not even going to look at it. All right.
May you start cutting tubing?
I may.
We're
all
just
right.
snipping it in half.
Hup. Right. So, I'm gonna guess this. So we want to go out to there. Has this pump even got suitable? Where do we go from there? We've got the top, which is our input,
Yeah.
and that is our output, I assume.
Probably the other side.
Nothing
no,
else
just
on
the
it.
cables.
Yeah, it's just those two. Yeah,
Have I bunged
yeah,
up all of them?
yeah. There's no there's no barbs on that. Have we got some barbs?
Yeah, we've got 2 on the bench.
Oh yes, seen. So I'll take that. The radiator already has barbs, so that's all good.
So we pretty much just want to go in half.
Okay, right. Take that out.
I'm glad to just be like spectating here. To be honest.
Well, this is one of those moments where we just like very quickly set
Yes.
something up.
Let's do this and then watch
Yeah.
it leak everywhere.
Right, that's oh boy, that's gonna need to kind of run sideways. Okay, that will freestand
Worst
slightly.
case scenario, I can hold it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
we
right.
can manage.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
out to there.
Oh, excuse me.
That knife is flaky.
Yeah, however, it is sharp, which is what I want.
Very well.
Okay. Out of there, into there.
It's a little bit of an angle, that cut, but...
It's fine. It's fine.
Mash the fly.
Right. So. There. And just unplug that while I fiddle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I see.
the Insta-link has
Yeah.
Insta-unlinked.
No. Let's just reactivate that. Zoom! Enhance. Alright. Oh boy, who cut this?
Exactly!
That wasn't the cut that I just did.
Let's look at the angle. It must have been, because it's the
No,
same...
that's a different one. I'm not that terrible.
Well, how come it's the same cut on this bit and that bit?
That's not the same cut.
Okay.
I'll cut you in a minute.
It's,
Thanks for bearing with us, everyone. we're very quickly having to pivot the entire plan.
Thanks for inviting me to this.
Yeah.
I'm greatly amused.
I'm kind of sad because we were getting somewhere. You know, we started off and it was all looking daisies, and then just suddenly it all went wrong.
I think you need a better freezer, because we were better freezer and a bit better 3D printing.
Maybe part of it was just misuse to an extent. We weren't operating it correctly.
Yeah,
and like we know where we went wrong, but by the time we realised how we'd gone wrong, the damage was already done.
Yeah. There is, of course, always the possibility that I could leave this board here, so you could have another go with a bit more prep, with the freezer running a bit better.
I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Doing some more, obviously, 3D prints and experimenting a bit off stream, and then sort of doing a let's send it kind of run once everything's in place. Yeah. Where this is obviously a bit more of a sort of a discovery of.
Yeah,
let's try and have a go where obviously you didn't have the board to hand or anything until this morning.
At the end of the day, like one of the objectives of this project in general was that we're trying to learn extreme overclocking.
Yeah.
Oh, balls! I've not put the.
Yeah.
That needs to go on that. Have you? Yes, you have. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's part of the fun of it. But also, if you want to do like a send it run, there's the opportunity of.
Oh, I'm having to abuse this. Come on,
being
get on
fully sort of prepared before you get into it, kind of thing.
Please go on. Please go on.
There we go.
Right.
Dave Bob is saying something just bounced under the VCore FET heatsink. Make sure it's not a screw.
Oh. Whoop.
Is there something underneath the heatsink there?
You could tip up the motherboard.
There was something that just fell out.
It's the plastic washer.
Okay.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's a plastic, so fortunately it wasn't going to do any harm because it's plastic, but
cool.
Good job, Dave Bob.
All right. Okay, right, almost there.
Slicey slice. Please do it straight.
Where did you put the knockoff Pepsi?
It was in. I put them in the freezer.
I can't believe it's not Pepsi.
They're in the fridge or freezer. Yeah, they're in the fridge, I think. So they shouldn't be frozen. They should be alright.
I assure you that the freezer compartment of my fridge is not capable of freezing.
No, I admit. So I arrived here. What was it? About 1 o'clock or so. I got here.
Something like that.
Yeah, and I decided whilst we were messing around that I was going to make a cup of tea. So I went to make myself a cup of tea. I poured some milk into the cup, and it all sort of floated up on the surface and in sort of these clumps that were just. So I look at the date on this milk, and it's like 15th of September.
I did spot.
I'm like, what's today? 23rd.
I did spot that milk the other day and think, oh, I should probably chuck that out.
Yeah.
I just hadn't gotten round to it.
It's okay because what I did is I went, that's off. I'll chuck that away and start again. So I put it back in the fridge. So in a couple of months' time, you could say to yourself, I should chuck that milk out.
That's
it might be
a special treat for me to deal with later on, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've used those pipes the wrong way round.
You
but
caught
that's
me out
fine.
with it, so
work.
I shall catch you out with it.
Yeah.
Keep your sodding, bloody ruined milk.
I can't believe it's ruined. I paid £1 for that.
I mean, it was like decent stuff. It was like Cravendale, whatever. But
Cravendale tastes good, man.
Unfortunately, it doesn't last like 6 years. It does have a use by date.
Yeah. Right, we need more barb screw majiggies.
What?
The bits that screw on here, the collars. Oh, I need one more. I need one more of those.
One more ring. We haven't got one.
There were 2 on the bench a second ago.
I've used those.
Okay.
Oh, there's one here. I got it. The problem has been resolved.
I can offer you some McDonald's Monopolies.
I love it.
They were in the box.
I'm going to win on Mayfair. I don't know how McDonald's Monopoly works.
Well, they've been sussed out before, haven't they? In the early years that they were doing it, that basically employees of the company that was doing the Monopoly thing for them were the people who were winning all of the top prizes. and they got caught out, and yet somehow all these years later they're still the company that does it. So essentially, basically, the 4 Mayfairs or whatever that are supposedly in existence, you can guarantee that are going to be won by employees of the company that does the Monopoly game for them.
Okay, I need a power supply over here.
Okay, where did we move the everything to? Would you like to be quiet?
Goodbye, ILM. I barely knew you.
Oh, you put a cable tie on my power supply. How terrible.
Can we put it down somewhere that's useful, please?
Where do you want it?
On the bench. Help me, Carrot. Okay, I'll put that there. I'll put that there. There we go. We
did it.
We're getting there. Okay. Has this got a Molex chain on it?
Yes, right next to the SSD.
Huzzah. I see it. I see it with my very own eyeballs. Alright, ATX. Pump power. For powering the pump. SATA. And the CPU. And we need a GPU.
You did that.
Huh?
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch to call that a GPU at this point. It is barely a display adapter.
Does it or does it not process graphics?
My only question
all
is...
4 triangulations at once.
Alright,
How are we going to get water into it?
through here.
Oh, thank fuck for that, there's a second hole. You're on the...
Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're on the wrong hole. That's why. Because this one's got the anti-bubble bit. And you fill in the middle one.
Oh.
That's why I was confuzzled. Don't worry.
Well, I guess I'll just move this to the other hole.
That's why I was confused. I was like, wait, what? How are we filling this?
I do not recommend changing holes midway through, but in this scenario, we're going to do that.
Oh, okay. How's that? That needs to... Oh, there we go. Could you hold that for a sec, please? Thank you. Thanks for bearing with us, by the way, everyone. This is this feels like it's taking an age, but we are very quickly setting up a custom loop with no cuts, so...
Yeah.
All right. Okay, rock and roll. Caradog's found a funnel, so we're going to go fast. Okay. I'm going to pulse the power supply so we can prime the system.
Yeah.
Could you lift up your foot? Thank you. Ugh. All right. All right, we ball, everyone.
Go, go, go.
Huh. Right, stand by for prime in 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go.
Look at it gurgle. Oh, you have overpoured slightly.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of seepage.
Too fast. Could you grab the kitchen towel, please?
Yeah, I shall do a little.
I don't know where it is, so I'm...
Yes, okay, I have found it. I'll do a clean up.
Thank you.
Turn on the pump again.
All right, here we go. Pump on. Looks like a very drama-free fill. Right. I'd say you're good.
That looks full to me.
Yeah.
I do very much like that you've gone for a PSU power on switch on a lanyard.
It's because so you don't lose it. Put everything on lanyards and you'll never lose
here's
a thing
me,
again.
In my shop, I literally get the tweezers and go... I just...
Well, thankfully I've got a couple of these.
Yeah, but I tend to just jam the tweezers straight in the end of it, to be honest.
All right.
That's good enough.
Air bleeding done. Funnel out. All right. We have a custom water cooler. Watch it not post now, everyone.
Excuse me while I just clean the desk as well.
Right. Turning off pump. And
Hang on.
we're going back onto the motherboard.
Put all of the drips there.
All right.
Right, we seem to be vaguely dry outside of the cooler and damp on the inside, which is ideal.
I'd like my water cooler to be damp on the inside.
Yes, and dry on the outside, preferably.
All right, keyboard and mouse. It's off at the power supply. All right, let's go, everyone. Behold, our magical construction that is probably not going to post. I'm just setting expectations here.
Look, we have fans, we have a radiator, we have a pump, we have a motherboard and
We
such.
have power cycling.
God, give us something.
More mount pressure?
Whatever you may be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, right. It posted, but it's probably not stable without tightening down the cooler.
And the cooler won't go tighter.
It won't go tighter. Oh, are you down? Are you down as tight as you can go?
Okay.
Well, the springs are just going to get in the way.
You can probably go down a little bit more.
Probably need to take the springs out to actually get mount pressure.
Yeah, I'd go as tight as they'll go.
I mean, the springs will compress. They'll compress.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
Did they spring? Oh, they springed out. Oh, okay. I see. Yes.
The springs have sprung, and now they're just pushing
yes,
through.
I
we'll
did
need to take the springs out.
Yes, I did not realise that it was possible for that to happen. Yep.
Yeah, the springs are quite thin, and they're smaller than the hole essentially that they're pushing through.
Yeah.
So they've just gone through the top. So this is now a case of obviously tightening up the screws as close as we dare, and just hoping for the best, basically.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we go too far, we crush the die and it breaks.
Yeah.
If we don't go far enough, we don't get good contact or good mount.
Yeah.
And we don't get anywhere.
Yeah, theoretically, we should come up against the obstruction of everything else before we go that far. So,
is this where the verge comes in as like screw with confidence? Screw until it goes crack.
I haven't dared watch that video.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's old now, and I don't think the guy works there anymore or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's certainly
yeah.
Certainly a bit of a meme these days.
All right. Typical EK water block experience, says JD. It's not an EK block.
No. It is a cheap Chinesian block.
Yes.
That is pretended to be an EK block.
But oddly enough, when we tested this, was within a few degrees of the EK.
Yeah.
Which is not to say we'd recommend it, but it does actually function, so...
Yeah. It's really hecking annoying because at the beginning of the week, I ordered an Alpha Core 1 to the shop.
Oh, really?
It's getting delivered Monday.
Oh.
It's okay, I'll stay. It'll be fine.
Is that an Intel block or?
It's a both.
Okay, yeah.
It'll have full mounting for both.
Yeah.
But it's just the fact that I'm just like, huh.
So sending my 13900 KSs a go. Well, not yet because the freezer is in a situation right now.
Send it to me instead. I'll use it. I promise.
Yeah.
I might sell it to a customer.
Yeah. Again,
I'll put it in a PC.
For those of you just tuning in, we were making progress, but then the freezer started boiling over due to us doing things in the wrong sequence, which we didn't think would matter, but it turned out mattered. So we've now reverted to a custom loop just to try and save the run, but we're trying to get a good mount on a direct die setup, and we're not sure if we can manage that at the moment.
Yeah, essentially we've got no mounting hardware at all. We're just clamping screws up to nothing. There isn't a hard stop.
Yeah, if we don't get a good mount here. I think
I'm calling it.
Yeah, if we don't get a good mount here, we're done, basically.
Certainly done with this project.
Yeah, because we don't have anything else we can try today. There's lots of things that could be done, but none of them that we can do right now. So basically...
Also, none of them that I'm willing to do.
Yeah.
To put that final cap on it.
Yeah.
To be fair, I am prepared to leave the board with you. For you to do some reprints.
Yeah.
And if you can get the freezer going in a sort of working state to have a proper go at it kind of thing. If we don't.
Yeah, because we can come back with the correct screws and things like that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just what we're trying to do is fine. We just don't have the right kit for it right now.
Yeah.
That looks promising.
There's a fuck ton of pressure on those.
That's a chance.
So I hope it works. Oh.
Any more and you risk cracking it. So
okay, we have a post. We're back in business. Well, we have something that posts anyway.
Where's the lanyard gone?
Yes. We have stock speeds, everyone.
Well,
to the BIOS.
We've got a post. We don't know that it's stable. Yeah.
We might have stock speeds to the BIOS. We might crash in the BIOS. Okay, so we're currently 42 degrees on the CPU, 41, 42.
All right, fine. So we've got meh temperatures again. So we're probably not getting records today, but hopefully at least we can do some more runs and do cool stuff, you know.
Yeah, if we can get past stock speeds again, we'll have overclocked it. We'd have done something.
All right, so the last time we were stable, we had 5 gigahertz flat at 1.35 volts. That was the last time we were stable. And we were going to push higher, but that's when we started boiling over. So basically, we're probably going to back off to the high 4 gigahertz now, so just under 5 gigahertz. I'm not sure what Caradog is dialing in, but we're probably going to dial into something safe, do a run, and then we can start pushing again. And now it's just going to be a game of how good that CPU block is. The CPU block we're using is a really cheap one. It's all we've got, but it's not terrible. We've got a big radiator on this, so Also, go to the fan curves and dial in.
Yeah, where the hell are the fan curves on this board?
So in theory,
if you back up to the top and go to hardware monitor, probably. There you go.
Yeah.
And just whack everything to 100%.
So in theory, this CPU at stock with turbo boost should go up to 4.4 gigahertz. In the previous test we were finding on turbo boost, it would only go up to 4.2. So that's kind of our starting point.
Yeah.
The first notch when we tested before with the freezer, we went to 4.5. Yeah. So we're gonna have a try and obviously see if we can start shifting upwards.
I'm expecting Caradog to be dialing in 4.8 right now, personally.
Yeah.
But
I mean 4.8 we were stable. 5 we seem to be managing to go through Cinebench before obviously with the freezer. So let's see how close we can get.
Right, dialing in maximum cooling, there is a small maelstrom in the pond pump right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Caradog's going for more pressure.
But why is there tadpoles in it?
Tadpoles?
Yeah,
They're bubbles.
You got fish in it.
They're bubbles. It's fine.
You don't keep fish.
Don't
in
think
your,
about it.
Your reservoir.
Yeah. Right, Caradog, what are your thoughts?
It's a bust.
Yeah.
Almost certainly.
What makes you think so?
Because we're
Temperatures.
idling at 41°C.
Yeah.
I mean, that's in BIOS. That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but bear in
BIOS
mind,
always
we should
idles
be
high.
at mid-30s usually, just on a stock cooler. So we seem to be 10 degrees more than a stock cooler at idle.
Well,
or thereabouts.
let's see what
That's
it
the
let's see
concern,
let's see what it does under load.
I'd expect normally it to be at like 34, 35 on a stock cooler.
Yeah, but also we've got locked off voltage. I'm assuming, haven't we?
Yeah, 1.2.
Yeah, we didn't do a BIOS reset, so
We might get something. I don't think we'll get 4.8. I think if we're lucky, we'll get 100 megahertz over turbo and get to 4.5. Or we might just get nothing at all.
that much being we've got an A2 in the corner there. Switch over to this for the time being. I mean, we could lob the ILM on there.
Don't think it's going to help.
Well, we know the block works.
Hmm.
You know, it's a question on whether the ILM mount is good or not. And if we've got a bad mount with the ILM, that's because we're using the custom ILM, which is just which just hasn't been working for this board so far. Interesting.
There you go.
That's impressive that we managed to get a blue screen at that point.
What even error is that?
That's a very
that's half a BSOD.
That's a very
It's
odd
crashed
blue screen.
Well, it's crashed on the BSOD, so it's not even finished loading it. Basically, I'm guessing that's a whatever error, but the fact is we've got half an error.
Well, it's more impressive that we hadn't actually booted to Windows. Yeah. Okay, BIOS reset.
Crashed loading the error message. Yeah, I mean you can go back to standard, standard
Double blue
rather
screen
than using that, and just
Yeah.
with the IHS, just see if we can get a clock speed. But we're not going to beat what we did on the freezer.
Well, yeah. Let's get it running first.
But we can see what max is on standard water cooling.
That's what we'd like to do. But yeah, let's see if we can get it to run first. I have to admit. Well, let's see. Like I say, like BIOS CPU temperatures are squicky because there's no power management or anything like that. So I take BIOS CPU temperatures with a pinch of salt. I do agree that I would expect it to be lower than 40, but I still say let's see what load temperatures do first. If we get a terrible load temperature, then yeah, sure, absolutely, I agree, we're done. However, we'll wait and see what the load temperature looks like first.
The thing is, I legitimately think we could put the ILM back on there. We could put it back together, basically.
That might
we
be.
We could put the solid Venoscope cooler on it, and we'd probably get less than 43°C on
maybe
on BIOS.
Yeah.
So I think.
However,
I don't think we've got the mount that we'd like.
Yeah.
Basically.
The bigger question is, if we put the ILM back on there, we might get a good mount. However, we're at 2 hours and 40 minutes, and it will take us 15 minutes to change out the ILM again.
Yeah.
So
it won't take that long. We can,
yeah. Let's see how we do.
That. But so I'm prepared to leave the board with you if you want to.
Yeah, well,
if you want to do some more 3D
we'll get
prints
to that.
and have a go on other stuff later on as well.
Yeah, let's see how we go for a sec. Okay, right. Here's a load. What are we looking at?
98C.
Okay, yeah, it's a bad mount. Yeah. Okay, fine. Right.
Done.
We're cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're certainly done with that. So let's mount it all back up.
No, we're done.
No, yeah.
We are ending the stream.
Yeah, we're done. Because it's going to take us 15 minutes to stick the other ILM back on, and we're going to be at the 3-hour marker before we even start turning it on again.
That is fair.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think we gave that a good shot, but yeah, I think it's sort of taken us like an hour and a half to get back to this point, and we're still nowhere. So I think we've got to call a spade here and say we're done for today.
Yeah. So in which case, I say, shall I leave it with you?
Yeah, if you're happy
You've got the option of, if you can get the freezer going again, and you can do some, obviously you can do some more 3D prints and that, and you can spend a bit of time off stream adjusting and getting the mounting right. And then you've got the chance of a really good run at it, basically.
That's right. So we can take another shot at this, but we need more prep time, which is what we don't have right now. So yeah, it's going to come down to us requiring a regroup. And yeah, I think the freezer was doing it, but with the freezer boiling over, we're dead in the water for today. So we had good potential. I think we were close. Like, we had a good start earlier on.
I mean, we got to 5 gigahertz pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think it can go further.
Yeah.
And then we can actually look at because what we haven't done is looked at what the actual score was and what the numbers were and everything coming out of Cinebench, and you know, we can actually start running.
I think we managed
getting some
950
numbers
in our 15.
Yeah.
Yeah. I doubt we were close to anything that was useful yet. We were on our way.
I wouldn't expect it to be. No. I wouldn't expect it to be good, but yeah, I don't know where 950 places us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure JD can tell us. If
he could put us
in the
a
top
millionth
250
position. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I doubt we were. Yeah, we were in a position where we were on our way to something good. I think.
Yeah,
I think
that
it's
means we've got
plausible.
potential.
It's certainly plausible to get further.
Yep. All right. Well, that's where we're going to finish it up for today, then, guys. So yeah, bit of a shame. I was kind of hoping that we were going to get at least some more runs out of the custom loop, but as things happen, we've got a bad mount now, and by the time we've got to a good mount again, it's going to be another 15 to 20 minutes from now. And we're already at 2 hours and 43 minutes with about 90 minutes of nothing. So it gets to the point where we've got to say, okay, we've given it a fair try today.
We've tried it, and you can try it.
JD says approximately 400th. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
but nowhere near good enough.
Yeah, so we're gonna come back to this another day, and we'll come back. We'll come back another day with more preparation. And I think we'll be able to do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we're getting there. I think we've certainly had a learning experience today. So, right. So that's where we're going to wrap up. Thank you everyone for coming along. Sorry the second half was a bit dull. But for anyone who has ever looked into this kind of thing before, as you may have discovered, sometimes there's a lot of downtime of just getting the rig to work. And that's kind of where we got stuck today. So we'll be back next week with something else. We're going to regroup on this for now. It'll probably be it'll probably be a while before we take another swing at this, but we'll be coming back for more at some point in the future, because this is still something that we've had aspirations for extreme overclocking for a while. So that's certainly something that we're going to take another try at. So thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back next week with something else. I'll be live tomorrow on Twitch with something else at 7 PM UK time. Oh,
Half-Life?
Yeah, Half-Life 2.
You're not still doing Half-Life?
Yep, Half-Life 2. Tomorrow on Twitch, 7 PM UK time.
At this point, I'd normally put the link in chat, but it's twitch.tv/Nefism.
Yes.
So
you guys know where it is.
Google it yourself.
It's in the Discord. Go to the Discord and there'll be notifications there.
Yeah.
We're going to end it for now. Thanks a lot, everyone. I'll see you next time.
Good to see you.
Bye for now.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Kablamo.